And we're live. We're live. We're live. Welcome to the Great Green Narco Seizure. I am the Great Green Narco Seizure. I will not be DMing tonight for many weeks or on running Jordan's campaign. He will be running the show. Welcome.
Hi.
This is his content, his homebrew stuff, and so we're trying to catch up from last week because I was an idiot and was asleep for the last few minutes of it, so I only partially remember and I haven't had time to rewatch it. So we're in catch-up mode.
Yep.
So we're kind of going on. So
not mustard.
Bear with us. Yeah, we're not in mustard mode.
Hi, Peppers.
But I hear that maybe later tonight we'll be in Pepper Your Angus mode. So I'm not sure.
This is our mascot.
Yes.
Mr. Peppers.
The mighty Zuko.
Go find another lab.
So we're trying to play catch-up. So
Yes.
bear with us as we get our bearings.
And our other
bear form.
fourth will be.
Yes,
Our
and
bear form.
in this big open hole over here because Michael's not here yet.
What are you doing, Goobs?
It's like I'm digging a hole and burying it.
Good job.
Burying stuff.
Sorry. Playing with the dog.
Gotta have a dog.
I don't know.
All right, so there was something with obsidian jewelry or somebody
right.
trying to sell obsidian
We
jewelry, and then
will-
I.
Hey,
Start from the
mine.
top since we're here.
Okay.
Mine obsidian.
Let's start over.
All right.
From the top.
From last we left our heroes, they had finished their pirating or being pirated, whichever, however you want to view that.
We were piratees,
Piratees.
not pirators.
They took a break. Mr. Druid here, Holden, talked with his deity and learned that he foresaw that they would have safe travels, so they all took a breather and relaxed and decided to go through their loots. They got some pretty sweet loots, some custom items from an old campaign that we had, like some +1 darts, bows, darts, arrows, and bolts.
Bolts, yeah.
For ranged
right.
weapons. They're basically shafts with a glass arrowhead, and then it glows red around the edges, and they can never be broken, and they can always be found.
Yep.
So
They're awesome.
they're real neat. We got a Pearl of Power. That was real fun how that went down, because the Pearl of Power was also crafted by one of the I don't know what the top part of a banister is called, but there was one of those balls up there that got whittled down to the same size and put in there. And then they had a really long conversation about how they were going to enter the harbor, and they came up with a great plan. And as they were approaching the harbor, they realized that none of them knew how to sail a ship. So that was...
We just steered it into the ground.
Our fantastic fighter... You're a fighter, right?
Yeah.
Our fantastic
Yes.
fighter Balthram
That's
decided
He's
to...
the whale whisperer. Yeah.
Decided
The
to
whale
use
whisperer.
Yeah.
his whale animal handling skills, because the boat is as big as a whale, so he used a animal handling
Yeah.
on the boat and just steered that puppy right in, ran it up onto the bank.
Just like you would if it was a whale. You just
Exactly.
ride it in.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta beach
like
it.
Aquaman.
You gotta beach it.
him. Yeah.
It was a sight to behold. Everyone there was very confused. The dockmaster was out of words. It was quite entertaining, to say the least. And, yeah, it was pretty neat. They did a little talking to. They got a little in trouble for beaching their boats. They had to pull it back off. Loran... Arwen? Arwen did some fancy talking to the dudes and got a little information about where her contact Rogus is. And then they decided to head into town to start surveying.
We used the block and tackle and stuff, and used the ropes to pull the ship back out.
Oh yeah, the
See?
ship was neat.
I'm
yeah.
waking back up.
Yeah, you threw some ropes on it, and he turned into a bear and pushed
Pushing
and
out.
yeah, and then you rode your fuzzy tractor into town.
Yes.
Arwen ran off to the Harbor Hotel, where Rogus is staying. Got a couple rooms, and then we went back to the market, where there was 3 different vendors that were open at the time. One was a gem person, one was like an antique store, and the other one was a weapon store. They passed over the gem store, went to the antique place. Deckard Cain found 2 articles for his looting, if you will. His, I don't know what you would say, your interests.
My shopping.
Your shopping.
I was shopping.
Shopping.
I was. What is it? We were.
Perusing?
Yes.
Perusing.
But it was, if I remember right, you were saying it was more like garage sailing.
Yes.
As
And
like,
this one
it's
it
like,
was garage sale.
It's like you got to know what you're looking for when you're looking through trash.
Right.
What's the real trash and what's the trash?
Mm-hmm. And so they had a good exchange there. He got two books.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what the first book was, but I know it was something that the Haradrim would need. I think it was Encyclopedia of... No, it was... Yeah. It was something of... Divination. An Encyclopedia of Divination, Volume 3. I think is what I did it. Or whatever, not encyclopedia, but whatever the other things that they have.
Cool.
A compendium.
You'll have to define it.
We'll get that figured out.
Yeah. So you got that, and then he asked if there was any magical stuff, and the guy got all excited and whipped out his special area, a special little chest.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a monster manual in there, so Dave decided to take the Pearl of Power that was whittled before and fake the dude along with Nico's fancy... what did he use? Prestidigitation on it to give it a little glow, so the guy was super excited to trade everything straight over. Are you looking for a
You
laugh?
see it, a glowing piece of wood in
Yeah.
a box. And I was like, yeah, but I know what that is.
Yeah.
I know what the good thing is.
Yeah. The actual magic item is secure, if you will. And then after that, they went over to the weapons dealer, and Balthram and Nico basically, off the start, saw that this guy was a con artist that just made, demo knives, basically, stuff that wouldn't hold an edge or hold up in combat. Non-full tang blades, so that way if you were to hit it against a tree, you just whack, and there goes the handle.
So I have a general question about what do we know, or is there someone we can talk to about all this obsidian, right? So obviously there's all these weapons this guy's making out of obsidian, and then I know the jeweler was a bunch of obsidian jewelry. Is there...
They mine obsidian.
Say what?
They mine obsidian there.
But obsidian's with a volcano, right? It's a
Yes.
volcanic glass.
I think there was a giant that was making
There's-
weapons.
So you guys have been told so far that there's 2 volcanoes.
Okay.
The giants reside in Raven's Peak,
And that's in the
That's-
east or the west?
west.
Okay.
Yes.
Raven's
So
Peak
you
is
have
west.
where's your map?
Oh
is
yeah,
in
our
there.
map is buried in here somewhere.
Yes.
Hold on. Here we go.
Fancy hand.
All right. So, okay. So this is Raven's Peak over here. No, Raven's Peak is on the east. Unless I'm reading this right. Yeah,
That's where
Raven's
the
Peak is on the
weapons
east.
Are made, am I correct?
Yes.
And
So
there's
Raven's
2
Peak.
giants there.
There's giants over here.
There's
Yes.
giants.
And I think this may have been, we were told also where the wizard, where his
The old
area was,
wizard,
but I can't.
Phidias.
I think it was over here, wasn't it?
He died in the tower
Where
on
does Fezier's
the
Spire?
other side of
Oh,
the mountain.
okay. I was like, okay.
Yes. And then you also know of the
We know there's another volcano in the west.
other volcano. That's where people usually go, like adventurers go to get obsidian. Like
So
that's
there's
where-
some here, but the good stuff's over here.
there's some in both places. That's
I
just
see.
the one on the right is an active volcano still, because that's where their forges and everything. That's where
Oh, I see. Okay.
that's where they're making weapons is in that volcano, whereas the other one is dormant.
That's interesting. Okay.
You said the one on the right is dormant?
No, the left is
Oh, the
dormant.
left is dormant.
Ganfair?
Ganfair volcano is only it's fair obsidian because it's already closed. But the Ashen Den is where they're doing stuff. Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, that's why there's so much obsidian here. Like, normally
It's
you don't find that kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
since the island has it all over the place, it's like, oh, this is
Right.
kind of common for them, but they
Right.
still know the value in the real world of,
Right. They understand that it's a trade good for them.
Right.
Effectively. Yeah.
like, yeah.
Right. That's what I mean. It's a trade good. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Hmm.
so, yeah, and then that's basically
So have we been? Have we?
where
have,
we're gonna pick up.
So
So-
she is. We have
And
been
see-
shopping.
Right.
She's been shopping, or she's
I-
been getting
I got a room.
lodging.
And I
Mhm.
figured
And
out
we've
where
been
my person
shopping.
was.
So
Correct.
are we just
We're
now meeting
split,
back
I
up?
think. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say about this time you would probably have your room, and as they're dealing with the weapons dealer is probably when you're gonna start showing back up.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Everybody's passive perception makes them realize that Nico's nowhere to be found.
He's in the shadows.
Yeah, he's missing at this point.
Where's Nico gone off to?
You'll have to ask him when he comes back.
I told him to stay a while and listen.
Stay a
But he
while.
didn't listen.
I keep begging him to stay a while and listen, but he
Oh,
just
Deckard
walked
Cain.
away.
So
Who
yeah,
has known him the longest? Is he always flighty like this and wandering off?
Pretty much.
He's like a child. We need to put a leash on him to keep him
Arwen,
from wandering
can you
away.
give me a history check?
Me?
Arwen.
Oh.
Because Nico has done Order of the Gauntlet stuff before, so she might have an idea of if he's flaky or not.
I got a 9.
You got a 9. Yeah, so you just know he's completed every mission that the Gauntlet's ever given him, but you don't really know about how he goes about his missions. All you know is that they come back and they're complete.
Yeah.
So you've never actually, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I tried to throw you a bone.
You're fine.
It was not in the dice.
Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
fine.
That's why I love dice rolling.
Love rolling them dice. Get
I need a
them sweet,
percentile
sweet
from
dice.
you, Dave.
Percentile?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's got to be within, like,
71.
71?
there's a number
Oh, percentage dice, sorry.
that I have
Oh, I
here,
understand.
and it has to be in a 5 range.
Well, I figured you had 69, and I figured 71 we'd all be good. I was like,
Yeah.
I got this on lock. But I guess not.
Tis not. Tis not. So, yeah, just remind me to have you do that every day.
Okay.
So that's just a marker for you to meta. Yes. Okay.
Would his best friend know anything about that?
That's a good question. Good on you, friend. Good on you.
You know what? Yeah. Yes, he will.
Oh, you get to roll too.
Ah,
Come on, baby.
Wait,
come on,
so
Zach.
I don't know what number
he
he's looking for.
knows Nico?
No. This
No,
is
the
this
two
is
of us.
something completely different.
Oh,
And
oh,
not
okay.
for something completely different.
Gotcha.
But
43.
No.
Dang
Sorry.
it.
does the number change every day?
The number will change every day. Because this is
Good luck, friend.
yeah.
this is something that I don't want to be found right away, but if
Right.
it happens, it happens.
I see.
It's a moving target, literally.
Right.
It is for a good reason.
I reach into my pockets and I find the answer to everything we've been looking for.
I believe I see.
He just forgot it was
our
there.
fellow
Sorry,
friend.
friends.
I believe he is coming.
That's okay. We'll let him be gone for a minute. So, yeah, you meet back up with them. Nico's nowhere to be found. And you're at the marketplace.
Cool.
Well,
All right.
You're more than welcome to continue. You do have your map here.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
the
this
town
map.
square.
That is the town square. We can actually write on that if you guys would
No
like.
more boats.
Yeah, we don't
For
want to
now.
see.
Are you sure?
We don't want to see these dadgum boats no
The
more.
shenanigan expedition might
yes.
actually show up.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
expedition.
Yeah, the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. Expedition.
So,
Right, here you go.
so is this building? Is this building this? Or
that
appeared
is
out of the shadows.
or is this any of these buildings?
I did. You don't understand. That's what I did.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to. I'm not saying that. Oh, your stuff doesn't line up. I'm just
No,
curious.
that's fine.
Like-
I have to get to my paper so that way I can tell you what is where, and then we can write it all down together because I did not have it written down.
Okay.
So we have Ganfair Inn, which is this big fatty here.
This is the inn.
Ganfare. The big fatty that you were, that one is the Twin Spires Tavern. You can just write tavern if you want.
I chugged 2 cups.
That big one up there is the Harbor Hotel. Yep.
The what?
Okay, research day. Basically just pass over the city.
What about it?
This three,
Oh,
this
oh,
long one. That one is the Flux Crux.
520 is
Oh, jeez.
And then obviously you know where the market is and where the docks are.
Yes, this is the market.
Yep.
And this is the dock.
Yep.
If you can't figure out that this,
I went to
oh
bed
here,
at, like,
this is the
12:30
ocean.
last night.
Oh man.
You need to put the indention on
Yeah.
there where we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I like those.
Can you draw some seagulls?
Ooh, that way Derek knows what
Oh,
he's
yeah.
talking
You can
to.
talk to him.
You just, we all can hear it. We just, they all say mine, 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 mine.
That's pretty impressive.
That's what they do.
And I just say,
Right.
yours, yours, yours. That's how I communicate.
Derek's arguing with him. No, mine, mine.
No, mine, 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 mine. And that's, we all learned what seagulls sound like by
Yeah.
watching Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
We learned, we know.
That is true.
Mine. And we know that, you know, if you get really close, you touch the butt. Like,
He touched the butt.
he touched the butt.
Hey, I heard if you can put salt on a bird's feather, or on the bird's tail, you can catch it. So you know.
I don't get it.
Well, if you're close enough to put salt
Salt
on
on it, you
a
can
bird's
grab it.
tail, you could grab it.
That's the whole point. You gotta be that close.
That's not even funny.
Just out there, just chucking salt at birds.
Oh, I thought you meant.
So yeah, no. So you guys are good to go. Nico, you were gone, so I'm sending you a text message.
Ooh, I was gone? Wait, we stayed someplace and woke up?
No, we were shopping and you wandered off.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Got lost.
And it looks like you're just showing up. Nico, good to see you here.
He is not here yet.
Oh,
I'm still.
so it's an illusion.
Yeah.
I
minor illusion.
I minor illusion myself. It's just a miniature version of me.
Yeah.
I
The
swear I
no
saw
height
him walk this
equivalent.
way.
So yes, Arwen, you met back up with your party.
Okay.
There we go. So
Hello, Owen.
Hello, all. We have a room now, and I found my connection, and they are staying down the hallway.
Wonderful.
Are they there right now?
No, but I do have a basic idea of what they kind of look like and what they're wearing. So
Perhaps we should go to the tavern and have a few beers. And look for your friend.
sounds good.
Or acquaintance. Friend?
Um,
Have you met before?
yes,
yes.
you've probably helped them with training at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're fairly high up. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you've probably been seeing new recruits and training and stuff like that.
Okay.
So at some point your paths have crossed.
They may have changed a little bit, but hopefully I'll still recognize them from the past.
Very good. This old man could use.
So you know you might not.
This old man could use a mug of ale and a piece of mutton.
Awesome. Awesome. So everyone's gonna go
To the
there.
tavern.
I
To
think
the
the
tavern.
tavern is in there.
It's
Please
just
tell me it's underneath that. Son of a
hold
gun.
on.
Yeah, it's right
There's
here.
more stuff.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Man, this orthogonal stuff is like gonna blow my face apart.
Yeah, and I've had mixed feelings about doing the isometrics. To me, it looks real cool.
Yeah.
It does, but it kind of like messes
Yeah,
with your
it
eyes.
works.
Yeah.
Luckily,
It's like-
Stream has it the correct way. So
Oh yeah.
Right, their eyes aren't screwed up. I'm like, the tables are sideways. I don't understand.
Am I in half cover or not?
yeah, I'm always in half cover.
Yeah.
When you're short and stocky, you're always in half cover.
Truth. So that's an interesting one. That is not a normal die. This is someone's.
It's not mine.
Nice.
I think that's Joe's.
The red one?
Possible.
Is it a tooth?
Yeah, I think that's Joe's. I just gotta keep that up.
I can't keep
You
track.
can
of
put a
this.
couple
Sorry.
patrons in the bar if you will.
Joe's
kinda
mine
wherever.
or Joe's other Joe?
Other Joe. It's a pointy red and black one.
Okay, who
D4.
is everybody? I'm forgetting.
I would
I think
imagine
it's
you would
Joe's.
know if your D4 was
Well-
missing.
These are. This is you. This is Michael.
Because you use it so
That's
often.
me. This is you. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually still in bear form.
No, you're not in bear form because we were shopping.
No, he was
I was in bear form while we were shopping.
So you just have a bear in town?
So he's
with
just
you?
like,
Yeah, I'm just walking around. He's right. Well, he was riding on my back.
Yeah,
oh, rock
remember?
on. I'm still riding the bear.
Yeah.
No, you got down to peruse
To
the
shop,
shops because you said,
yeah.
"Take me to the shops," all excitedly.
Awesome. Take me to the shop.
Yeah.
Take me to the church on time.
Funny you should ask. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Whose is this? That's cool looking.
Oh,
What is
you
it?
painted that one. It was a
Oh,
Ranger
yeah.
that I got, or not Ranger.
painted
a
that.
Rogue.
You got like a Chris knife.
That's Rogus.
It's Rogus.
That will be.
Oh, okay.
That will be Rogus. So yeah,
You will be. You will be.
Yeah, but that's,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, I think that's the one I painted.
Yeah, it was.
so yeah, we can make our way to the tavern.
Oh,
Making our way in the world.
it's, the governor.
Okay, so where is there? Are we gonna sit around a table?
That's fine.
And we'll make.
I will come out of bear form.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
You don't
win.
be breaking chairs. And
No. No.
Wait, who is who?
Probably have a hard time getting through the door if I was
Rogus.
a bear.
I mean, Michael's not there.
Oh yeah, no, he's not.
Oh,
just the
the
four of
monk.
us.
I was really confused too. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, everybody's there.
That's not okay. Okay. We shall sit here and drink.
Awesome.
I'm gonna have a mutton sandwich with, fresh tomato and cottage cheese. Just feel like weird, like tomato and cottage cheese on a sandwich with, sheep, just to mess with them, like make a weirdo order.
Who's gonna go up and get the orders and stuff like that?
I will.
Just old people food.
You will
Yeah.
see. Hold on. Let's do it this way.
Okay.
When you guys walk in, I need my other pieces of paper.
Oh, that's a cool, I like the way it's set up for the 5x5.
Thanks.
Yeah, breaks my brain.
Like, all the angles are good.
Oh, I know, but it's still
Oh, it's geometrically sound. Like,
it's accurate, but it's
Oh, and this is the doorway into here, but this is
Brain
what you cut out to see.
hurting.
That's really cool.
it's cool. I'm telling
Wow,
you.
okay.
See, it's got the little flappy doors.
Oh, wow, that's
I
neat.
guess so.
Does anyone notice that
you're a bear.
I am no longer a bear?
The market people will, because I'm assuming,
Right.
because the market is right across the
Right.
street from the tavern, so you're probably
Right, they
walking
see
over
you
there and all of a
just
sudden
like,
you
whoop.
Bend up, and you're like, oh, it's just a bad guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you'll walk in, you'll see there's a couple patrons at the bar. You see a dwarf, manning the actual bar, probably cleaning the glass. And yeah, it's a cozy little place. You see a couple booths on the right side. There's a dude reading a book on the right. Because there's a book there.
This dude.
Yeah, that dude's reading a book.
I see. This guy is reading that book. Das Book Younger.
Yep. There's tables and chairs to the left, bar stools, bar, all that jazz. So.
That's cool.
Yep.
What is that? Is that a salt shaker or a grenade?
It's a cup.
Okay.
Neither.
Oh, okay.
It's a bottle of
they're
ketchup.
Yeah, there's
small bottles and large bottles.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
All right.
There's a lot of detail in here. It's like I want to count the cans. It's like 1, 2, 3.
Is my camera freaking out for you guys? Like
No.
every time I move it.
No, you look normal to us.
Yeah, you look normal.
You always look
Okay.
like that. No, I'm just kidding.
You look great,
in and out.
Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah. Come on, arigato, Mr. Roboto.
With your headphones and stuff, it totally could be. We just need to get you some steampunk glasses.
Oh, that would be cool.
And a top hat.
So yeah.
Yeah, top hat with goggles.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so you know who's all doing it. So if you wanna be
Okay.
the
So-
one to go up and talk.
So I'm gonna tell you what I want. Is
Okay.
I want a mutton, which is sheep,
Uh-huh.
sandwich
Yes.
with tomato and cottage cheese.
Okay. What type of bread are you feeling?
A frescata.
In any bread. I'm
Okay.
cool with any kind of bread. It's just it's the other stuff that we're trying to test
Right.
this new city. You know, they claim
Right.
to be civilized. They've got
Yeah.
all this fancy stuff. It's like, can you
Yeah.
meet a specific order?
That's
You
what-
should
okay.
roll history to see if you remember the order by the time you get to
Yeah,
the
because I'm getting ready to ask you what the order is.
Yeah.
No, then you
That's
take
funny.
it-
That is a
unless
history
you're
check.
just serving me. Unless you're just serving
That's
me.
hilarious. Yeah,
You
that
might
is a
have to
history
remember
check.
everybody's.
I currently am functioning on a migraine, so my
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
It's
I
fine.
will.
my
go-
memory's not
let me go
great.
brew a pot of coffee for you.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
be right back.
Okay.
That's good.
We can write it down. I'll write down my
Yeah,
order for
everything's
you.
written down.
I just want the special. With cheese.
What's on
Well
the,
done.
What's on the chalkboard?
What's on the
Whatever's
chalkboard?
there.
The chalkboard will have.
What is this? Come on now.
Hold on, T for timeout.
If this is a tavern, it's gotta have it. It's gotta have something.
Oh, well, you know, it's run by a dwarf, so it's obviously going to have
Oh, true, like spelling.
several signature drinks. The Flaming Dragon, a spice beer that causes the user to burp up fire.
Oh!
You know,
Sounds good.
let's find another easy one. The Hammer beer. One glass of this make you feel like you've hit yourself over the head with a hammer.
I think you've already had one of those.
Yeah.
The Spider's Bite. 1d8 poison when drinking this one.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're a dwarf, and then
Yeah.
it doesn't affect you.
Nice.
Yeah. Dragon milk. Not really milk, but
Rot
Related.
gut that literally rots your gut.
pretty much. So yeah, there's that. Man, I was hoping they'd have food listed in here, but there's no food stuff. But yeah, there's the mutton. You have curly fries. Why not? You know,
Since
they have a really mean baked potato here.
Okay.
Like, the really delicious.
Balthram
Bless you.
is a brewer or whatever, is there a drink you would recommend that they may have that you recognize?
Are you asking him or me?
Yes, him. Or I guess both. I mean, you would,
Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah,
decide.
Balthram, name something that they might enjoy. We'll put this back on the players. Ah!
Name something what?
Name a drink that they would wanna have. You're
Oh, yeah.
a brewmaster.
Right.
What did the stars look like last night? To help you.
I'm not the creative one.
I know.
What's the
artisanal
term
ale
you'd use
or
to get a
something.
spell back?
Like,
Like-
a spell slot.
Like if you're just to regain a spell slot. What,
Regain a spell slot.
Yeah, but I need a better term. Just a single one-word term.
Refresh. I don't know. Refresh.
Can't be working on that while we're doing this.
I'm doing both. I'm listening.
What
know?
what
You don't
type
know
of
what I'm
drinks do
I
you
can see
normally
your
brew?
screen.
Like, is there a specific name or is there a?
And he rattles off 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's,
And I'd be like, hey, try these. Or I'll just go up there and talk to the dwarf master myself. See if I can find some of the good stuff. Maybe he'll bring out the good ale, because you know dwarves are stingy and don't share their good beers with non-dwarf people.
Yeah.
Especially when you have an elf go up and order for you.
I mean, I think the rest of us. Well, I'm a dwarf. I think.
You're the
Yeah.
only 2 dwarves. Yep.
Or I could just be like, I'm gonna get whatever I want to get for you guys.
I don't know. That might not work too well.
Well,
We'll see.
So yep, I'm bringing you along on this trip, so you're just gonna take what I give you.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have a couple beers up there.
Cool.
For you as well. They've got several different types. That's what's on this chalkboard. A nice grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some mutton.
Okay, I'll go up to the counter.
What are you gonna order?
I'm gonna order a. Y'all, if you only knew.
This mirrors real life in more ways.
A mutton sandwich on ciabatta bread with some cottage cheese and the tomato. Tomato? Tomato?
Yeah, there's tomato.
Tomato.
I wasn't there, but I remember there's tomato.
Tomato.
Tomato, you fool.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Some cherry tomatoes.
Make a history check to see if you remember it.
We don't have any. Oh, we don't have any frescota bread here. But we do have. I don't know. We have whole wheat, and we like to put mozzarella on it too.
Oh.
So that's what you'll get.
Okay. I'll take it.
that.
Then.
I don't know.
I'll take it.
A
And
milkshake, yes.
okay.
That's what our person said.
You buddy.
And an extra milkshake.
What's up?
Yes, and chocolate.
And then I'll lean
I
over
have to
and
get a
say,
dwarf. There we
does
go.
it bring all the boys to the yard?
The milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Now I'm Russian. Dang it, I can't get it.
It happens, man.
It brings all the doors to the yard.
Accents are real.
They're very hard.
Okay.
Hey, just got to get in the fat bastard. You know, come here, little baby. Be like, bring me a little milkshake. You wee little lass, what else would you like?
A round of your best drinks that you have in the house for us.
Yes,
that's not
I'll
working.
get you the best drinks we have.
Whatever you feel like would be good for us to be
She
refreshing.
wants some of that blue milk from those big
Yeah.
things in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know,
Refreshing the afternoon.
Yeah.
whatever those things, magic milk machines are.
Yeah.
Those are udders.
Yeah. Those are the magic milk machines.
Yeah. How many is around?
How about
How many? 4?
4
Okay.
drinks?
I'll have it right up, you wee little lass.
But
There's only 4 of you there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm not there.
That's true.
Whenever you wish to come back, you can.
Well, I have questions to ask before I do.
You make it up, and that's what we'll go with.
and then while I'm
Surprise!
up there, I'm gonna ask, do you happen to know where somebody named Rogus maybe? Have you heard of that name recently?
I haven't heard of that name.
Okay.
I'm gonna go through like 18 different accents trying to do a dwarf
You're-
accent.
you're
The
good.
dwarf
Stupid.
is good. It's a good dwarf.
And then I'll say, well, did you happen to see somebody wearing a robe or a cloak that had a emblem that kind of looked like
Looks
a-
like your banner that you're still fucking
Yeah.
holding.
Yeah.
exactly
You just-
kind of on
You're
there.
still holding it. That's
Because she
hilarious.
has to press it into the ground. She can't dismiss it. She has to put it in the ground for
We're
her to
here.
like let go of
Yeah.
it. Like she has to hold it until she puts it in the ground.
So you're still walking around with this
Yeah.
banner?
Yeah, this whole time.
I'm
Yeah,
proud.
In the market,
See ya.
everywhere. We're here.
Yeah.
Ordering rooms. Have you seen this banner? I'm announcing to everybody in town that the Gauntlet of the Order is here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Good times.
Not that that's like a secretive. You guys should go here.
Right
And
there.
we have a hunch. And instead
I
she's
mean,
like, everyone,
We're
big
here.
neon
they
sign.
see a bear.
Gauntlet of Order.
Yeah, but
It's guys.
it's a banner.
I know, but still.
That's hilarious.
Yes, do you happen to see anybody that is wearing a robe or a cloak that has an emblem kind of on them, on their lapel or something like that?
And he'll kind of like look around. Everyone's wearing cloaks.
Well, nobody has any kind of article of clothing that says "Order the Gauntlet" or anything on it that you've seen, other than
Your big ass banner.
that. You don't need to get
That's-
snooty with me.
That's all I've seen.
Cream and sugar.
Oh, you're coming
No.
into my here, demanding answers, looking for people.
So just black straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
As we're
Well, I'm just on the search for somebody, and if you haven't seen them or haven't heard of them, then that's fine. I'll just take my food and drinks, please.
All right, it'll be right out.
Okay.
Now we're Scottish.
I know.
This guy doesn't even know
We've
what
gone
it is.
through 4 different parts. And
Like, these are some quick
you see
sips.
one dwarf like pop up, and he's like, and then he gets back down.
The best part is he's in a different outfit each time he comes
Yes,
up.
7 dwarves running this place.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's awesome.
Maybe while you're drinking, you just transform.
Can you give me a perception roll?
12.
12. Sorry.
Okay.
'Tis a nay.
So we're all just kind of sitting at the table at this point, right?
Yep.
Thank you.
Careful, it's fresh.
I mean, do I see any, like, rats or anything, like, crawling around, like, other animals or anything like that? Like mice? Like, does it look like a fairly clean
No, this
place?
this is the place where everyone goes to in town, so they keep it.
Fairly clean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, in passing, it seemed like the
Dwarf was
barkeep
changing
or whatever.
things, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that I'm assuming he's the barkeep. Kind
Yes.
Of. He was kind of giving her a hard time about, like,
Yeah.
asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would I have noticed that sitting where I was? Would I have noticed, or were they speaking in such a way where I wouldn't have picked up on that? I mean, I picked up on this conversation because I'm sitting here.
Right. I mean, it's,
Would Deckard have heard that, like the tension in their conversation?
I mean, there's a level tone in, 5, 10...
Depends on how
20?
much noise is going on.
I mean, there's really not that much noise in the thing. I mean, he's just like, yeah, sure.
But I mean, my feeling as a human sitting here was that there was tension. Like, hey, you're up in here asking questions, blah blah blah, right?
He's just, well, it's more of a, everyone's wearing cloaks. Like, I haven't seen it. Like, no. Just like short answers, not like rude answer. Just like,
Okay, that's what I was like.
No.
Was he like, hey, you're the one that came in here? Don't.
yeah, no.
There wasn't an attitude.
It wasn't a toot. It's just short. Like, everyone's wearing cloaks. I haven't seen that symbol. Like,
Okay.
other than your big ass banner.
Okay, but that's the thing.
So it wasn't.
Yes.
It wasn't like a
No.
retaliatory, or it wasn't like.
Meta,
he didn't
it
have-
wasn't an angry. It was just like a.
Well, that's exactly what I'm
So
trying to
everyone's-
say.
yeah.
That's why. That's the meta because I have a response if he had an
Yes.
attitude.
No, he doesn't
and I
have a
was
toot.
like-
It was just
Okay.
short.
They're more
Attitude was just like
blunt.
everyone's wearing a cloak. Like,
There
No.
was something
Okay.
though
what?
that I think I don't know if we were there for this. I don't know if we would know, but I do remember that you were told. I think we were all in the inn when this happened, but I'm not sure. I can't remember that when when the person
Rogus.
was not like out in the inn, like she would be in the tavern. So my assumption is that The person manning it would obviously
Oh, see, I wouldn't
know who, because I do remember somebody saying that.
What?
You know who it was? It was the dwarf or the person at the docks. It wasn't in the end.
What?
I think it was the person at the docks told us that when she usually spends her time either at the inn or the tavern.
Okay. Well, we're at least in the right place, eh?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
And
You are correct.
We are.
That's what I was thinking. I thought I remembered. It was on the docks though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are correct in that the dock person told you that she's usually in the tavern
Right.
or at her place, and if not, she's not in town.
Right.
Okay.
That is
Yeah.
true information.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Good memory. But
So,
we're staying.
His reply to you of still, I don't know anybody by that name,
Right.
or have seen your patch is still true as well.
Right.
Just so you know.
interesting. So the dock person knows
More.
the dock person recognizes the name
The symbol.
and the symbol, the symbology.
And where she's been.
Well, but what it means is that she's not walking around, or your contact, it is a she, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she
Halfling.
has not been walking around with Order of the Gauntlet insignia on. Right?
Halfling? Gemna? That's what happened to Gemna?
You see what I'm saying? She wouldn't be walking around with,
But then
with
if
her.
she
the,
was,
if,
though.
if the
that's
dock
how
I'm
If she
assuming
was, then he
you
would
went
have
back
known
to the
it.
table and you guys are discussing
Yes.
Right.
it
Yeah.
whisperingly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I would think that if the dock person knows this, then maybe
would
she would be coming to and
She would
from
have
on
some
a
kind
boat.
of symbol to distinguish her. 'Cause how would he know that? You know what I mean?
Or he talks to
Well,
several
but he may
people in
know.
town-
He
in
may
town.
have talked to her and know more about what her business is.
It's
Where the
possible.
tavern keeper may not know what her business is. She's just another patron.
Right.
But like I said, she must not be walking around with insignia, because he said, "I don't know this insignia other than your thing."
Right.
Right?
Right.
So he may know who she is, but he may not know her by that name.
Right.
Right. So he may know the face, he may know the person, but not necessarily the correct name or the association.
So obviously, if this person is working at this tavern, he's gonna recognize familiar faces.
Right. So,
So-
she's been here working
Right.
for the
but
last 6 months.
we could ask if anyone knew,
Oh, that's a good question.
if
Obviously, we're new. Have there
Right.
been any other new faces here
right,
recently?
exactly.
Yeah, that's a good
Particularly
question.
maybe someone that's staying at the inn, the local inn.
Well, specifically a female,
yes.
because
Yeah.
because I mean that cuts down half the population.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because if you say people, there's lots.
If we're asking, say, if there's any new faces, basically.
You're
are
asking
we,
about Rogus?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah,
if
we're trying
gonna-
to figure out if he obviously doesn't know her by that name,
Right.
or by that insignia. That doesn't mean
She
that
may
he
have a
doesn't
different
know
alias or
exactly.
yeah.
And so the question he's trying to say is, if you ask the barkeep, obviously we're new in town,
Right.
because we're not faces you've seen.
Right.
Is there another woman
So
that he's noticed that's kind of new in
new.
town, maybe?
Yeah.
So when I asked the innkeeper,
Mm-hmm.
she knew who I was talking about. So I guess Rogus
She
would
is known. Yeah.
be able to be comfortable enough to reveal herself or to let her attire be seen in the inn. So maybe when she goes out in public, then that's where she decides to be hidden. And also the innkeeper did say that sometimes she, I guess, wears a hood. Or maybe her face is hidden. So,
But my thought though is that, if she's not here, we really don't have anything else to go off of, because we were told she's either here or at the inn.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if he's seen her, maybe he knows more, but he's just not wanting to
Right.
reveal it.
And we don't have a...
Who seems the most charismatic?
Do I know
Among
anything
us.
about what this lady looks like?
I don't think I'm...
Has she
no, I think
described
I'm
her at all
minus-
to me
I think
yet?
I'm -1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
no,
think I am too.
all
I'm
we
not
know is,
super.
Halfling, Chica.
well,
I'm just curious. I just want to, while I'm walking into town, while I'm going through the
Yeah.
market, I want to roll and see if I recognize her walking anywhere. If I... I know that's kind of meta, but I didn't know if that was something
Yeah, so my charisma's
I would have
0.
known
Mine's
to look for.
-1. Yeah.
I get you. Yeah,
oh,
roll
I'm sorry. I'm a 7.
perception, but it's going to be
Charisma?
really high, just so you know.
Isn't that what this is?
Dang.
No,
That's
wait.
for the saving throw.
Sorry, no.
Charisma's a 22.
Yeah, sorry.
Still, that's higher than.
How about a 23? Oh. Okay.
Sorry, I needed it to be like
So-
a nat 20 there.
Oh, I rolled an 18.
What is
That's
this
close.
for?
He was seeing if he saw
A
her on the
halfling.
way in.
Well,
So
that's
I'm like, it's got to be like the max you can get.
Right.
Close.
For this.
It's close.
Right. You need a 26. I can't roll a 26. That exactly.
No, I would have taken a 20. It's like roll a perfect 100 and you get this awesome belt. You get an awesome belt.
So-
you rolled 100.
because I've trained or know this Rogus,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to recall if she had a different alias or what her description?
She usually goes under the name Gemna.
Yeah.
No way. Did you really? Oh, that's hilarious.
That's funny.
That's hysterical.
Did you really? Yeah. That's hilarious. As soon as I said that, I was like, yeah, right.
Nope.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, so you know her
That's-
her alias.
Let's throw him back there.
So, if you're gonna go,
That's so funny. Did you know about that?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I'm learning about it like you. I'm like, okay.
That's what
I
Gemna-
try and just mix all of our
No, that's
campaigns.
it's
up.
genius.
yeah.
It is. It's genius.
So if you're gonna go back up there, are you gonna go back up there and talk to him some more?
Yeah, I'm pulling up my
That's
notes so I can
hilarious,
recall what
Jordan.
Gemna looks like.
I will. Before you go up there,
I'm going back in time.
I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on you and give you advantage on. Let's see if I can. What is it? I'm going to give you. Gotta find it. Eagle's Splendor, which gives you advantage on your charisma checks.
Okay.
So he will be bringing over. You'll hear a little ruckus from the kitchen, and you'll see a lady dwarf set your meals out there. Go and grab them, walk around, and bring it to your table along with your beers.
So this building,
Yeah,
in relation, this is that very center building of that other map.
Yep.
In
right
relation,
next to the markets.
okay. So then on
It's
my,
right underneath that one. If you want.
I just don't want to.
Okay.
While those are on it, what I would, if I could, if on my way in, I want to pick like 3 groups or traders that I see talking, and I just want to see if I overhear anything about the town, as far as like, especially with us being new to the town, if there's talk of us or anything. Because I would have been with her when she was still carrying the banner at that point, but I want to see if there's anything about the town that's like,
The hubbub and all that is about a man, or a bear who turned into an elf, a half elf.
Dwarf.
A bear that turned into a dwarf.
okay, so that's what I mostly hear about.
That's the talk of the town at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like, holy crap. There's a dwarf that's also a bear. And people are like, no.
And there was an elf that was riding him earlier.
Yeah. And there was an elf riding him, and they pushed a boat into the sea.
I mean, a dwarf
Yeah.
let an elf ride his back.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of elf or dwarf.
I like the pointy ears.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's. I was just okay. That's perfect.
Yeah, I see what you're looking for, but I mean, that's...
I was just curious as to see if there's anything that was
no,
out
that's
of place for what we were doing. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
walk when I'm walking by. If that's what I hear.
Freaking bears!
Okay, no, that's perfect. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
so. Then at that point, I'd like to enter and join them.
Okay.
Like if I see them, I'll just be like walking up like.
You'll go pull up another chair.
Is it shadowy in there? You can just-
Yes,
And
it's
the
shadowy.
dwarf dude will be like, are you looking for a beer as well? I only brought 4.
Yeah, if you've got any on tap, I'd like one.
What's a tap?
It's a spigot.
Oh, the spigot.
Yeah, just whatever's freshest.
All right.
Perhaps you don't understand how beer flows through the cave. Stay a while and listen.
I would imagine that's weird that that's the only one that's out of sync. Is mine out of sync?
What's that?
What?
I don't know. He's saying there's a camera that's out. And he's saying it's only
Cam facing Michael. Is that a
So, yeah.
It is. It is. There will be times when the cameras will get out of sync with these
Oh,
two.
that's weird.
These two get out of sync.
That's weird.
It's weird.
Such is life. How are you tonight, 4chan?
Yep.
Hope you like
It's
your new drug.
Yeah.
Hi, 4chan.
Hey, there's Joe. Where have you been all my life? You better get unbusy real quick. You're gonna be needed here in a
I'm not
minute.
busy.
I know exactly what you're doing.
I'm not busy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's what they call it.
Yeah.
No, you good. But you will be needed here in a minute, just so you know. So, he'll go grab another beer for your lady here, your Nico.
Lady. I was like,
One of us is like, yeah.
I was like,
Where is your lady? Wasn't she coming tonight?
No.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right, you gonna try and do this?
Yes, but I'm
You have advantage
okay, but
on charisma.
Gymna was established before I joined the group, so I really have no clue.
False.
Okay.
You were there the whole time.
Okay. Sounds good.
Wait. What? Repeat this for outside of meta. Do you guys realize that?
I was like, wait a minute.
So she said what? What did she say?
She said, I don't know.
Gymna was
She said,
established.
Gymna was established before I was there.
False.
Yeah.
And he's saying that that's not true.
Which means the entire time our other campaign was going on, when we met Gemna, Loran's character was in Order of the Gauntlet during that time period.
Yeah.
Which means she was probably in RPG
Didn't we know that?
when you guys were there.
Oh, wow.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the...
Red Valor.
That's
Okay.
like... So your character knows, like, our other group...
She's probably
pretty much.
intimately familiar with the bad breath that Jenna had.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's dealt with Zany's BS of spawning things before.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
So your character
God,
knows,
my
like...
brain is hurting.
Yeah, mine too.
Gosh. Zany.
So right now your
Holy
campaign
wow.
is like
Super tied in, like a pretzel.
Yeah.
here's the first campaign I did,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're like right here split out of it because they started and then they took Zany away, and then we're kind of like somewhere here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's done. One
So
of
this
these.
is just after Zany's basically introduced, and then some shenanigans happened. But our other guys went off and did Glass Factory, other stuff, and this from
'Cause-
Zane, from after that.
Yeah.
Because where was she before this?
Who?
She was over in Left Vale. Where were you guys? You went to Left Vale for what reason? There was the banshee and
I didn't go to. Oh, wait, yeah, I'm lost on that.
Okay.
I'm lost on that part.
everything. Different campaign,
gosh.
another time.
Yeah, we're going to have to do how this campaign intersects with the previous one, because I'm going...
That would be.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's super tied in, not just a little bit. That's like
Well, we're just in a different time. We're different
Yeah.
people, but we're in the same...
We got that time stone. We're jumping.
Like,
we're just,
But
same-
the point is we're in the same time,
yeah.
right?
So
these
while
are-
Better than
Drac-
being in the Soul Stone.
Yeah, so Drac, Onwa, Onus,
Yeah, they're probably out there
Derek.
doing stuff in the Coliseum.
Derek.
yeah. This would probably be during.
Which
This would be during Coliseum time.
Valspar?
Varys.
Oh, Varys.
Valspar.
I can't think
No,
of
I'm
the
just
names.
saying remember we spent all that time in the Coliseum and we were on
That's
on
basically the
Paradise.
split.
That's what I mean. But so Anwa and them are
Chandler, go find them and say hi.
Yeah, so no, they're on Paradise Island or whatever.
right.
I really wish we would have been able to like record.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if we could have
Because
recorded and
like I
streamed that.
obviously was sitting there and I would like listen to tidbits of stuff, but it would have still made sense.
That's pretty
Wow.
crazy.
Okay.
My mind is blown right now.
Good.
Yeah.
At,
That's
at,
pretty cool.
at
I
some
literally-
point,
Good.
we should make a timeline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I literally started July 5th of 2019.
Right.
So yeah.
No, you're good.
You're good.
Just because you don't remember doesn't mean your
I don't
character doesn't remember.
remember. Yes,
Yeah.
I
So-
got
What
it.
your character remembers. Your character knows who she
That's
is.
what I said.
That's cool. Okay.
I don't know if she's still part of the
do
Order of the
remember.
Gauntlet in Horde of the Dragon Queen, but per this, she is.
That's really interesting, though.
Right, is Arwen in the Horde? Yeah, that would be...
That's just really
Yeah.
interesting how
Dang.
far
Oh,
your
dang.
character.
Shit's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
now you know.
no, that's. I'm
You
just
know.
saying her character is way badass compared to like just being part of this group. Like our group just knows her as like Lady Arwen, okay, but like compared to like the campaign and what she actually knows, like that's like
Yeah.
your character is a badass, Lorian. Like holy mackerel.
And just wait till we get to Rise of Tiamat.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Wow, Panda, you're.
Fight each other's characters in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
I need 2 seconds if you guys don't mind.
He's late. All right, so yeah, you get to
Wow, that's really
describe your person. If you need like ibuprofen, I think I've got ibuprofen. I might have some Excedrin.
You're okay. It just done nothing for me.
Oh, that's some chip.
No, I have 2 prescriptions for migraines.
Well, like Imitrex and stuff like that.
Sumatriptan and propranolol.
Not familiar with those.
Broken arrow.
What? Sumatriptan like gets rid of the migraine, like it attacks it, and it's a controlled substance. So that's like what really gets rid of it. And then the propranolol is it's supposed to open my blood vessels in my head. I think basically to
Increase blood flow and keep the stress
to,
from coming back.
Yes, to prevent me from having them. It's supposed to be taken on a daily basis, but I don't because I don't want to be taking that every day.
I just figured out.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Is
I
it
get
good?
it.
Yeah.
You don't want to take high power stuff all the time.
no.
I don't have clinical migraines per se. I would, a long time ago, my neck was messed up, and if I ever looked up for more than about 3 seconds, I would get what I would call a migraine. It would take days then to not have a headache.
Right.
It was so strong that I, like put you to bed. You can't do it.
I've had one
And
that
it was-
lasted about 14 hours.
And it was the, whatever
Oh.
that top bone is that your
Yeah.
skull sits on. The chiropractor said, I don't know how it works, but somehow your blood vessels go between bones right
Right.
there. And mine was off, and so it started out like almost pinching it all the time. And if I would look up, it would pinch that blood vessel.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's why you get these god-awful headaches. Well, once I got that fixed, then I haven't had those. But I still will get optical migraines,
Oh, okay, yeah.
where your eyes flash and twitch.
Go crazy.
And like, oh my gosh, it's like trippy.
And sometimes
I don't like that.
in migraines, like everybody's is different, but sometimes they call it an aura, which is where you see funky lights or something happens with your vision right before. And for me, like a lot of times I start to get really tired, and then through like the episode of a migraine, it's almost like I have amnesia because I cannot remember anything that I do, and I can't think straight,
Right.
and I can't.
It interrupts the regular
It's
memory process.
It's really crazy, and mine was diagnosed back in 2013 of like I really have a migraine for the first time of like knowing what it was, and they said it was stress induced, and so thankfully I haven't had any in a long time.
Isn't that
I-
when you and Derek started dating? I'm just kidding.
It was actually
Just kidding.
It was actually probably
It was when we started planning the wedding.
yeah. Because we were planning the wedding and then also
I was
going
going
for
to
remodeling
school full time. I was working full time,
and remodeling a house.
7 rooms in a house.
Yeah.
Well, I was living in it with my mom.
Yeah, it was a really stressful time for
Yeah.
both of us, but you really
Yeah. That's a lot going on.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, I mean, it was probably good to have it mostly done, like remodeled before we moved in, but
Yeah, but trying to live in that house, like,
while it was, yeah. Because they were supposed to have it done before we got married, so it should have been ready to go.
It didn't get done until a month after we got married.
Yeah, and it was just terrible.
Yeah, our first month of being married, I had no kitchen counters.
Yeah, we basically had to live
Yeah.
our lives around the remodel because the whole inside of the house was being remodeled, and so there were days when we were just like,
Sorry about that.
they were there, like working on stuff, and we couldn't really.
So
I
frustrating.
ran to get water and I almost got taco mayo'd.
Ah,
I'll get that
I know
one.
what that means.
Where you shit your pants before you even
I
realize
ate
you.
taco mayo one time, and this was back when we
Exited before you realized.
we lived on the 3rd story of our apartments.
Oh.
So 2
Yeah,
flights of
that's-
stairs running up that did not make it and lost a good pair of underwear that day.
I'm shocked that's the only thing you lost.
It was bad.
I feel like I lost my pants. I lost my shoes. I lost my socks. I lost lots.
I don't think I'm
I
ever
lost
gonna
my hat.
think of taco mayo again the same way.
Guess
never-
I'm not eating taco mayo again.
I mean, I've never really. I don't think I've ever ate it, but
It wasn't very good.
I love taco mayo.
I
I'd
love
still eat
taco
it.
mayo. That's my favorite at the taco stores.
Yeah.
Really?
Taco mayo is the
Oh,
best
yeah.
like cleanser. Like people go on juice cleanse, well some people go on taco mayo cleanse.
oh my.
Okay, so where were we? Other than discussing
Gemini.
timelines that we'll have to do at some point, I'll put one together.
Cool.
Oh,
Jim to Jim.
oh, Definite. Me getting 2 millimeters taller. That was a different neck thing. No, I got 2 millimeters taller from another neck deal. I have an artificial disc, and so yes, I'm 2 millimeters.
They
Two,
should,
2 millimeters taller.
That's what
than
I do
used to
now.
be. What?
What?
I'm a nurse at a spinal hospital,
Oh yeah.
so we do a lot of those
Yep, I got it.
discectomies and artificial discs and
Yep,
stuff.
artificial disc C5, C6.
Stream, you're
They
able
go in
to
right
talk
there.
anytime to us.
Right there. Right there. They
We're
cut
very
you
relaxed.
open right
Have
here.
conversations.
They find you. They find your natural little crease in your neck, and they cut you open, and they move all that stuff over to the side, and then they go dig out all the stuff, and they take those metal plates and stuff and drive them in.
Yep.
Somehow they didn't kill me. I mean, it's
Yeah.
impressive, honestly, how that all works. But
All right.
yep, he's because of the way my disc had deteriorated. He's like, "Yep, you're officially 2 millimeters taller."
Wow.
That's
Jeez,
different.
that's a crazy deterioration.
Oh, my disc had what figured it out. My disc had basically burst, and it was pushing back into my spinal cord, and so
You're playing Raid Shadow
I was losing feeling in my arms, and
Oh,
like
wow.
it was bad.
No, I don't play that.
It was bad. When he saw when my
That's not what it
neurologist
is,
saw
Chan.
the MRI, he was like, "And you need to see a surgeon." It's like I don't even know that's bad. Somebody needs to do that. Yeah, that was 3 years ago.
Wow.
I think 3 years ago.
Long time ago. All right, so he
Yep,
came back
sorry.
with the
Many
next.
talking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's be honest. We just hang out. All right.
This is
Next.
I had time limits, I had to fix it.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Okay. I know what's going on.
Okay, so
He came back with your drink.
I recall all the things about him
All the things.
now. All the things.
Good memory.
Yeah.
Neat.
yep, she delivers a perfect rendition.
All things Gemna.
Oh yeah,
It was
there's
meant
she,
to
like,
be.
She started out
Perfectly-
by applying heat.
She perfectly
Wait,
describes gender.
what would that be?
yeah. There's a lady that comes in here named Gemna.
That would be history.
Yeah.
Most definitely. That
Yeah,
would be
She
like a
usually comes
20.
in on Tuesdays and Fridays.
She's a
of the
21.
week. You know what I mean? Whatever the days are.
Sure.
You know.
Bleesoth and
Okay.
Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, whatever the moon days are. I have a count. Ooh,
I used to have a camping calendar. Then it got to be too big of a pain in the butt.
it really
It's like-
does.
Because I couldn't
not
tell
worth
where you all were.
Yeah,
And
I
where
remember
to,
we
like-
had one at one
like-
point.
Yeah.
But like what day of the week and month, like it was
I tracked it pretty solid for the first while, but then once you ended up, 3 months on the road and,
Yeah.
for the caravan and stuff like that, it's like, I don't know.
I don't
You're
know.
okay.
Summer.
Circle.
Yeah.
Sounds good. It's good for me. Good for you.
Tuesdays and Fridays at
Okay.
2:05.
Sure. Yeah, she comes in the evenings. you know.
Because 2:05 is the evening.
In this place, who knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's daylight savings.
Yeah,
There you go.
their daylight savings is 6 hours. You know.
It's been a lot of daylight.
Yeah.
She got great big
daylight
Dragon
savings.
Well, there's another
Yeah, there you
another
go.
planet
I'm
orbiting your
pretty
planet,
sure.
so you know whenever it's
Oh, right.
that time of year,
Jordan.
and they have to offset the
The
sun.
tides are crazy.
It's crazy stuff.
Tides are like 18 feet high.
That's why the banks are so
Eroded.
eroded at the top, you know.
Okay.
So yeah. What else would you like to know other than yes, she comes in?
A
A little banter. Yes, she comes in.
does
drinks.
she speak about anything, or does she just stay quiet?
She usually keeps to herself.
She does. Does she have anybody with her?
No.
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 What is she usually wearing?
She usually just has regular clothes. Her black cape, cloak, whatever you want to call it. I usually see her with her weapons too.
What weapons is she carrying?
Whatever Jemna had.
Okay.
I think it were daggers.
Daggers.
Yeah. Yep, daggers.
Yeah.
No, but that's the joke. If it's a mobile game ad, then it's for raid. Huh.
Got him, coach.
I'm sorry, I don't know this joke. My bad, Chin Chin.
Help you with this, Joe.
Does she happen to talk? Does she? Oh no, never mind.
Okay.
Does she have? Never mind.
Let me think.
Has her breath improved any since the last time she's seen you? How is her oral hygiene?
Never been that close to smell her breath. Oh, yeah, are you related? Like, do you smell her breath often?
Well, let's just say
There's rumors.
it's unforgettable.
Yeah.
How long does
Ollie
she
likes
usually...
it.
Always like it.
Perception rolls. Looking for 19.
So,
19 plus 1.
oh, nice.
I said that. I have
13.
it 10.
So, Joe, you are drawn to talk over by the bar. Something strikes your fancy. So, you're going to make your way over to the bar, checking out different ales and stuff. And on the back wall, you see there's a giant picture up there, and it's just got a bunch of, like, kicked out, you know, these people aren't allowed in here. But behind it, you can make out, basically, it's a map of the island. But it's not fully covered. I mean, it's mostly covered by those things, and you see that it looks different than the one that you have seen from Deckard Cain.
Deckard, may I borrow your map?
Of course. Here's what I've gotten so far.
And by that time, I'm assuming you're going to be done with your conversation with him? Or are you going to be still talking to...
I do want to ask one more question. How long does she usually hang around?
She usually comes in for dinner and has a couple drinks and then goes back to wherever she's staying.
Okay.
It's like she's here waiting for someone.
Interesting.
Every couple of days checking in.
And she doesn't ask or say anything, really?
No.
I do say, does she ever come in with, we'll say, disheveled clothing like she has been, perhaps defending herself in the wild? Or does it appear that she's just well groomed?
Well groomed, yeah.
Does she...
While this is going on, I'm going to be comparing our map to their map and making notes.
From what you can see. Gotcha. You're not
Yeah,
going to be
from-
able
from what
to see much, per se.
Yeah, it's not perfect, I imagine.
Yeah.
I gotta hold on.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I would.
I'll be right back. I gotta go
Order the
decide what I'm
gauntlet.
gonna let you know.
Okay. I would have thought if she was with Order of the Gauntlet. Now, maybe I misunderstand what your purpose is in your guild, but I guess I was just more expecting her to be going out and, you know, killing rats and
right.
doing the
Physical things.
helping the farmers get rid of the
Right.
gnolls or something. You know what I mean? I would have this
Yeah.
expectation that she'd be out there doing the.
Right.
And so if she's
Dirty
not-
work. Of sorts.
well, you know, kind of
Yeah.
taking care of business.
Right.
And if she's not,
Yeah, you want this map. Let's put it that way.
if she's not taking care of business,
Like, you can
then
tell
I'm
that it
like,
is definitely a completely different map.
Hmm.
You know, I'm curious. I'm just saying it's a
Yeah.
what I know of you,
Right.
right, and the fact that we
The order.
do stuff, right? Like we got missions to do.
Right.
It strikes me
Odd.
that he's saying it doesn't seem like she's working.
Right.
And
You
so
would know
I'm just
that
like,
she has her work attire,
Mm-hmm.
and then she has her casual attire.
Okay.
So she's keeping up
so
her...
as Deckard's
Right.
saying, like, this is odd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You'd be told, well, when you're doing reconnaissance, you want to keep a low profile between who you are.
Right.
I see.
That makes
I
So
see.
she's covering wounds that she would have for getting into scraps and stuff.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so she's not just coming in here like a lumberjack would, just being like, "Hey, I'm sweaty and covered in wood."
Right.
She's
Yeah.
like, "I gotta go put on my normal face and then do the normal thing."
Roll me history.
Mm. But I'm just saying, like in general.
An 8.
It would pair well with her not getting much information from the hotel person. Because if she's coming in and needs to clean up and doesn't want people to see her in stab mode,
I see.
it lines up that way. That she just comes in and goes straight to her room, cleans up, and then all of a sudden she's...
Presentable to the rest
Right.
of the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
How many
can see that.
workers are in here? Does it seem like
It seems like there's just two.
just the guy at the bar and then one other? Okay.
Someone working back in the
You got the order taker and you got the worker.
Right.
Or
Right.
The
actual,
kitchen and-
the actual kitchen.
What time of day
cook.
is it right now?
afternoon. Because, I mean, you guys got off your boat and did a little shopping and got out there.
We're sitting for it's early dinner. We have the early bird special.
So,
Are there
You get
other
your senior
patrons?
citizen discount
yeah,
too.
there's two other people next to you. And then there's one back in the booth. So, by this time...
Do they?
Go ahead.
Are they wearing anything noticeable, like city watch? Are they guards off duty? Do they look like they're part of the Lord's? You know, wearing fancy robes.
The
or
guy to
what?
your right looks like one of the dock workers. You have a regular common person just hanging out there, and then you probably have two common people and then a dock worker. We'll just go with that for right now. So,
Okay.
So, I want to ask kind of I don't know if it's really appropriate, but kind of ask an open question to not just to the barkeep, but also to like the two guys at the bar,
Okay.
right? Like
is this as
Recently-
the dude walks away from you? Because he's going to go back up to the...
yeah, I think
Front
I'm
row
going to
goes.
stand up. I'll stand up and take my beer with me, right?
Well,
And
yeah,
kinda
because he
walk-
probably asked you to go see the map, so we'll just...
And so I'm going to grab my beer and walk kind of up there and then kind of ask in a more global, in a more globally asking side. On our way here, we were attacked by pirates. And I'm wondering, is that common for around here? And are the Sahagwan, are they a daily foe for you, or was what we experienced an anomaly?
The the dock dude will turn to you and answer. We get reports of that. They stick more towards the north. Every once in a while, they'll get a ship down here, but for the most part, they don't really come around this island. I mean, they have before, but for the most part, they don't really mess with this place. They would rather pick it off while it's in transit.
I see.
So as far as them ever being attacked by pirates, they're like, yeah, we have reports like, yeah, people get pirated to and from, but as far as them attacking this place. Joe, do you let him see your map that
They're
you're
not coming into
comparing?
the bay, is what you're saying. They're not coming into. They're not coming into the bay.
Yeah.
You get reports of it on people in long voyages, but by the time you kind of come within sight,
Yeah.
they're.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you let him see the map as you're comparing it to the one behind him?
The barkeeper?
Yeah. Or are you trying to keep this hush-hush?
A little more hush-hush. Like, I'm not, like... you know, but I'm also not, like...
Right.
I'm trying to make it look like I'm doodling. I'm just bored at the bar. I'm a fighter, so talky talk is, you know,
Yeah,
not
but
up my alley.
he also sees another dwarf there, so he's like, what you got there?
Just passing the time.
I gotcha. Do you need something from the special reserves? Alright, so he'll walk back and be like, you know it's not cheap, but it is dwarven.
That's what counts.
Yep. So he'll go back and he'll get you your whatchamacallit, your drink. I need a
Special.
deception for hiding that thing. Would you accept that?
Oof. Yeah.
Let me find. Well, he got a nat 1, so doesn't matter.
Okay, I
Looks
got
like you
4.
win.
Yes, Romulan ale is the best. It'll knock your boots off if you're not a dwarf. So he'll bring one back to you, set it down. Deception again on the second time around.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
What?
What'd you get?
I got a
What'd
12.
you get? I got a 2.
So he will see that you do have a map there, and he'll
Quick, take a picture.
no, he'll be like, oh, you got a map there, do you? Yeah, we have my family prized heirloom right here that I like to keep on the wall. And he's like,
Prized map.
Yep.
So
Your family's map of what?
The island.
Your family's map is
okay.
an heirloom.
That's a very nice map you have there. Must have
What makes it an
taken a
heirloom?
lot of time to collect all that map info, data, cartography, maps.
map. It's
Just
a
like-
map. It's a
I'll just like start
map.
drinking the whole. Just start drinking the whole drink like.
Yeah, it was, my grandfather had it commissioned, you know, just to note the changes. And we've never had a real good map of our lands, so we had it built. And so when I got it, I decided to put it up in the tavern.
It's certainly something to be proud of.
Would you mind if we spent a while and
Listened.
talked? Perhaps we sit a while and listen to your life story while we take judicious notes of the differences between what we currently possess as map and what you possess as map.
And he'll...
Is there anything big and obviously different? or does it seem to be like minor differences, like the names of places?
No, you see the giant crack that they were talking about from the top of the island that's fallen off. That's the biggest note you see.
What do you mean crack?
Exactly.
Okay. I noticed that there's this crack thing. That does not seem to be on the copy that I have.
Oh, yours is really weird.
What?
Yours is old.
What do you know of that structure, and how would that line up with mine?
Oh, that was probably when the stupid wizard blew himself up. Destroyed the whole island. And he's like, you're wanting the copy of my map? You know, dwarves are very proud, so we're gonna have to,
Give him the pearl.
do a little bartering about this. How about we play for some information over some darts?
Oh, I have.
Talking to the other dwarves, by the way.
Oh, damn it.
Yes, I know he is discussing with you, but you know how dwarves are.
Yeah, I know. I have one.
So, if both dwarfs would like to commence...
So, while he's doing that, I pull out a little thread real quick, and I message Baltherm, so it's just him, and I'm like, play darts with him. We really want this map. Play darts. Play darts.
Oh, you have a message?
Yes.
Nice!
So I'm like,
Do you understand dwarf though?
He can say common.
but
We
it's
need
but it's
soft
between
stakes
him.
because I believe I will lose.
But you can use those special darts that are like badass, and then maybe you don't have to win, and you could trade him a special dart.
He went.
Like maybe that's the thing.
He's like, I'll give you information. What do you have to offer up in this?
Dave, I've got those darts.
I was
This.
about to say, yeah, you have this.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Give him the magic item that we bought from those idiots.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have some loot to mess with.
Yeah.
Not all loot is meant to be had just for you. I'm
So
just,
what? Yeah. What do we have? That
trades
we
and
could,
stuff.
He has.
Wait, we've got lots of gems. Why don't
Yeah.
dwarves like shiny stuff?
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, we have all kinds of gems.
gems
That's right.
for sure.
We know
Okay.
Jimna.
Gems, nah.
So yeah,
we've got
there's
a
a
bunch.
couple gems that you have that wouldn't be found on this. Like they have obsidian, and they're like, oh cool, or it's just like a whatever to them.
Black glass,
but when you
right.
got like the citrine and the rubies, that's something up their alley. So, all right, are both dwarfs gonna play, or is it just gonna be you, Joe? You gonna try and convince them to let your other dwarf join in on this?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a charisma check, if you will.
Oh God. Can I like flex my muscles and make it like athleticism instead?
That would be intimidating to him, and he would probably make it even harder on you.
Damn it.
Because then he would be like, "Oh,
What'd you say? Persuasion?
Yeah.
Charisma. Straight charisma. Oof. What about nature?
Nope. You got what you got.
Still
All right,
have
it's gonna be an 8.
You still
It's
have
an 8?
advantage on charisma.
Yep.
He's like, "No, I like you. The other one's set in the corner.
Damn it.
So, how many darts you want to throw?
3 each.
3 each.
1,000.
All right,
Oh wait,
so
wrong number.
I'm gonna read this to you right now. Tavern games, knife throwing. Players roll a d20, adding their strength/deck modifier to hit the target. They add proficiency for daggers. Result throws 0 to 1 is a miss. 2 to 10 is the outer ring for 1 point. 11 to 15 is the middle for 2 points. 16 to 18 is inner ring for 3 points, and 19 to 20 plus is 5 points. And it's just going to be whoever gets the most points. So, if you'd like more daggers, we could do more.
That's cool.
I'm good with 3.
3. Okay.
Use your portent die.
Yeah, use your
Nope.
portent dice.
Nope.
I was about to tell him that too.
So as I do, I hear the rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So we all hear this? Are we? How close is this?
This is in the tavern. Like, everyone
Okay.
hears this. Like, it's
Okay.
now
It
a
is-
thing. There's a dartboard on the wall.
Okay.
So are
And
these?
you see the other
So-
two patrons, like, they know what's going on, so they've already started, like, moving the table out of the way. And
So-
there's, you guys, perception. Obviously, you look down at the floor and you actually like see that there's markers marked out for this, and you.
Can I?
This is a common thing.
Is this a dexterous thing?
I cast bless, and you are blessed now.
For one, yes.
Is that advantage
This
or
is a
plus a
dexterous
D4?
thing.
Right.
It's plus a
not
D4.
dwarf,
It's
so
plus
he
a
will not let
D4.
you play.
Is it only for one, or is it like every?
Sorry. It's strength or dex.
Is it only like one round, or is it like?
He's gonna throw 3 darts. I'm gonna
it's
throw
for a
3.
certain
Right,
amount of
but
time.
because
Okay.
No, we're gonna alternate.
all I'm saying is meta-wise, I want to go up to Joe and be like, or both of them and be like,
for a minute.
hey, if you can just fake throw that, I'm gonna throw one of mine
So-
when nobody's looking and try and hit it for you.
You're doing strength.
Or I can minor
good.
illusion the dartboard on the thing. I can minor illusion.
I'll
his
be fine.
points.
Okay, I was gonna say because I can. give
You'd
you
have to
advantage.
If
talk
he
him,
does this,
you would.
and
He has
holds
You
advantage
can
and
ask
plus
him
4.
if he would like you to do that. Dwarven pride is gonna tell you no, though. But
I was gonna say
So-
Dwarven Pride's gonna say no.
Would I know that about dwarves?
yeah, you know that dwarves are very pride.
Probably, yeah.
The fact that only 2 dwarves are being allowed to do this, like.
And I'm just
I'm
doing it.
Okay, I'm just saying I could.
I'm
could
just
help.
doing it because that's just like,
Right.
nope, we're doing this.
So he'll get blessed on the first roll.
Yeah, it's for 1 minute.
Is he?
But is it for everything?
Well, bless says, well, I mean, you have to tell me whether or not you'll let it happen. It says you bless, and they can roll a d4, add to the number rolled for an attack or saving throw. So maybe that doesn't work for what it is you're doing, because this is, if it's just a strength check,
So we're doing strength checks.
so that's not an attack or a saving throw. So that may not work.
Okay.
So never mind. Sorry, no d4. That's not what that's for.
But it is a strength check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a roll a d20, adding their strength or dex mod,
Okay.
and they may add proficiency in daggers. So if he's proficient in daggers, he can add his proficiency.
Yeah, but
if
it's not an attack roll.
Right. This is on a check.
Yeah, that's
But
not,
I'm-
that's not what this.
No,
is.
it's
I'm
just
a fighter,
it's
so I'm
not a check,
proficient
it's
in
just-
everything, right?
It's just a roll.
Yes,
just a flat
fighters
roll.
are
Okay, never
are
mind.
proficient in all weapons.
Yeah. If you've got simple weapons listed, then yes.
So my proficiency bonus. Okay. Oh, sweet. All right. Easy day.
Yeah,
Cool.
I would imagine this isn't going to be very hard for you. Like, everyone's like, bless, and all this stuff, and I'm like,
Well, I
okay.
was nervous. I thought it was just dexterity because darts are a dexterity weapon.
Yeah, that's
Right.
why I was asking if I could do my
Yep.
stuff to help you.
No, I got you.
I'm just going to throw it super straight, super hard, and maybe the point goes in. Maybe it hits the bullseye sideways, but it's a bullseye.
It's a bullseye, even if it lands sideways, because
Alright.
it will stick in the board.
Jose, you're up first, or do you want him to go first? Yes,
I
tú
already
tú
rolled.
first. Oh, okay.
So my first roll is a 10 plus 5, 15 plus the bless of
No,
4.
you can't use the
nice.
bless. You can't use
Okay,
the bless.
so
That's what I'm
just
saying.
18 then.
So 18. So he is at. We'll get some counters here for this.
Do you want me D4 or what do you want me to use?
Just get your d20 out. So he got two points.
2 points? Okay. And then
This
I'll give
guy.
Joe 2.
No, I haven't rolled for this guy yet.
No,
Joe's got 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll give Joe 2.
And he got a 19. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
He's
three,
got 5.
5.
All right, I've got it.
Got 5 and 3. Or 5 and 2. Okay.
Oh, okay, you got it. Okay,
Oh, yeah, you do one. I'll do Joe's.
okay. I've got the other guy.
I believe in you.
23.
Woo! So that's 5 to Joe.
So
Five to
7.
Another 19.
Oh wow.
So you're at 10. 10 to 7.
Yeah.
Yikes. 8 and 5 is 13? 13 and 3 is 16.
16 is 3 points.
You're at 10. Oh, you're tied, so he can score anything at this point.
18 was 2 on my first one?
Yeah, 18 was only 2 points?
I thought you said he got 15.
The very
No,
first
first
time
one you
was
got
18.
No, I got 15 plus my proficiency was 18.
Oh, you got 18. Then you had 3 points on the first one.
So he should have had. So
he
he's
got
at
one more
11.
point.
So you're 11.
So I got 3, 5, and 3?
No. You got.
Yeah, 3, 5, and 3. 6 and 5. It's 11.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He just got 1 point because he rolled a 7 plus, so which would leave him under 10.
Okay, so we're tied at 11.
Tied at 11.
man.
All right, so we got
Wow,
to
that's
start over.
really good.
Yeah.
All right, so we start over.
Looks like we have a good old-fashioned dwarf off.
So it's
Stop,
completely
dwarf.
start over?
Yeah, they're both at 0. They gotta do
You
it
want to
again.
redo a full round?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go first this time.
All right.
And that's a... Outer ring, 1 point.
Okay, you've established.
Dominance. Your turn.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
12 total. That
Yep.
is 2 points. And then his next one will be
Why can't I ever find the 2 on this?
3 points.
15.
4.
You got a 15. That is 2 points.
Yeah.
So you're at 4.
And the last one he rolled is 1 point.
Ooh.
Come on, Joe.
I rolled. This one's a 19.
Oh, okay,
nice.
so you guys
So
have
you
9
had
points.
9 points.
All right.
So you beat 1 9 to 5.
Yep.
Very nice.
All right. So, yeah.
Never a doubt in my mind.
Never a doubt.
That's awesome. So, yeah.
Wow.
I
That
can always
was,
use my maneuver dice too.
I'm gonna go bartender another ale for my champion friend here.
All right.
I'm gonna toot Balthrum's horn on that. Basically, everybody's like,
is that what you call it?
Balthrum?
Yeah.
Toot his horn? What do you
Well,
call it?
We got to clear
Toot
that.
his horn. You need to clear what?
All that.
All of this?
Yeah, because we're getting ready to get the other map.
Oh, okay.
And you asked if I draw stuff. This is my other map. I'm
The real map.
I'm
yeah.
really proud of this one. Just so you know, you might want to keep that map.
This one?
No, the actual that map.
This one?
The map.
Yeah, you said map, and there's like 8.
Whoa, there's a town map. That's cool.
That's your tavern.
Okay, this is the tavern.
Dang.
This is the town map.
You drew this stuff?
Yeah.
No, you did not draw this.
Yes, I did.
That's on AutoCAD.
In
Yes,
AutoCAD.
he did in AutoCAD.
I mean, that's
not hand drawn.
Oh, okay.
That,
the
that's
big
isometric.
map is
But this,
actual.
but like this, he did this in AutoCAD.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
All
what I'm
that.
saying. He makes all these drawings. Now this was a download.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is-
This one is hand drawn.
okay, hold on. I'm trying to get all this stuff out the road. If you can't tell, we have map fetishes around
Hey,
here.
Yeah.
What?
The focus, probably.
I'm just watching this stuff spill out.
And more boats attack you guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
On land. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Dang.
That's pretty.
Fancy. Look at your penmanship.
You get this island.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You get this island.
Ah, okay, so there's
Did you write that too?
crater.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Wow.
I put the text really faded, but then I just like traced over it, if you will. So I cheated in that fact, but it's still everything is hand done. Other than that,
I feel like we need like a Loch Ness monster.
That's cool.
yeah, I didn't get time to put.
Yeah, we need
stuff on there.
Nessie in here.
I did it on the other one,
It's
but not
okay.
this one. Dave, how could you?
And that's the crack.
Yeah. So
So
yeah,
I'll ask
Oh,
him.
this
Right
is
there.
this is where
this is the
that
crack.
broke
This
off.
cracked the island in half.
yeah,
Well, in parts.
yeah. Fezier's crater.
Well, yeah, and like this, there's like a whole section of it moved up
Broken off, yeah.
Yeah.
because
Oh, so we
on
came
ours-
in here. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
it.
we're here.
Yeah. Where's your map? Because you should definitely.
Yeah.
You're really
You take
holding.
this
You
back.
really are like holding it up like.
Yeah, like this. Oh, I have it right here. Dur, dur, dur. This is gonna
You have it. I was
gonna
like,
thicken the plot a lot.
Oh wow, yeah, ours is different.
Yeah.
Cliffs of.
There was
This is
some
like pre-cataclysm.
happened.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Pre-cataclysm. There you go.
I'm gonna take a picture for Joe. So I'm gonna steal this one out while you guys are looking at that.
Huh. Right. So it's like
I can't see
pre-cataclysm.
the whole
Right?
thing.
Yeah, I'm getting you pictures. 1 second.
Cool.
Okay.
Mm.
That was not.
And there's something
Yeah.
over here too. Would we have noticed this little island when we were sailing into the bay?
What one?
this, would we have like split these two islands
came
as
around.
we came in
Yeah,
the bay?
because I
or-
told you there's an island to the left, the crescent, and two islands to the right.
Two islands to the right.
Hey, start working on that.
One halfway in.
Because middle of the way, watch. That's when you touch your
Because you guys came in
mouth,
this
eyes,
way.
or eyes.
I like the cliffs of Bah.
You're so...
Well, yeah.
So it's Fezier Crater, not the Fezier
It's like
Tower.
I'm just gonna
That's interesting.
Somebody wrote this for me.
Oh, that's just
The
crazy.
viruses get spread. It's when you touch your own mouth,
West
nose,
Thicket
or eyes.
Woodlands.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. They need to include.
I'm gonna get a drink while you're doing that.
Okay. So yeah, here's your map back.
Okay, I'm sorry, but this right here, this is cool in the game.
I kind of like the
The
labyrinth or
dots,
something.
Yeah, that is cool.
whatever, I'm like, that is super, super cool.
Thanks.
So much coffee.
I'm just telling you, I'm mesmerized by that. That is awesome. I need that like inked on a shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like,
I can do a tattoo design.
say what?
I can do a tattoo design for you. Love you, Kim.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to give you money for him.
Okay.
Because you see him more often than I do.
True. I told him to come tonight. And he said, I'm hanging out with my fiance. And I said, ooh, okay.
Well played, sir. Well
But
played.
yeah, no, he'll definitely be back. I know him.
No, I know. I'm just saying you see him more often than I do, and I owe him money.
Works for me.
So try to remember not to leave before I give you money.
Okay. Is that the 26 you owe me? No, just kidding.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I went to Quick Trip today and got a bunch of cash.
Okay.
'Cause I owe you money. I owe him money. I mean, I have cash. I never carry cash.
Yeah.
I
We
am-
don't either.
And
We
things
don't
are
Yeah, we got it sorted.
good.
No, I'm like this.
glad.
I live by this.
Money
I'm like,
still comes in paper form.
Ding.
Yeah. Oh,
Pating.
dude, I'm the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go to the
People
bank
like
to
look
get
at
money
me
for
when
the
I use
coffee.
my like Apple Pay and stuff, and I'm like,
I've never seen anybody use that. And you're like,
That's Sand Springs.
it's got all
Yeah,
the
no,
all the icons.
it's
Are
there,
like,
but
yeah,
it's
but
like
nobody's
everywhere.
ever used it.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Everybody's
When,
used to it.
when Julie and I are in Eureka Springs, it
Uh-huh.
is super common for them to go. Well, we'll say, "Oh, you have Apple Pay." They're like, "We do." Like, yeah, your little thing says Apple. Yeah, but I don't know how to use it, and so we'll be
I'm
like,
just like, yep.
There you
They're
go,
like, I
ding.
don't,
We're
I
like,
don't know if it works.
I
What
got
is
paid?
this magic?
"How did that happen?" I didn't have
I've
to
run
do
into
anything.
that too, where they're like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing?" And,
Yeah.
and you're just, putting your phone up
Like,
to it. and
stare
you're
at
like,
your
"I'm
phone. Oh,
using
gosh.
Apple Pay.
I'm using
Yes.
Apple Pay.
Yeah.
We don't have that. Well,
And
it
then-
just went
you
through.
do.
Right,
then
and you
it
hear it
comes
go
out.
pating,
And then the
it prints
receipt
the
prints
receipt, and they're like, "How'd that happen?"
Yeah.
I did that to the subway lady, a number of months ago.
Yeah.
Probably last summer sometime.
Yeah.
I noticed that they swapped out the card reader. It was
Yeah.
a new thing up there. Like, "Oh, great, you got Apple Pay."
Yeah.
I went, ding. She's like, "That doesn't work." I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
says
just
right." And it goes, "Her."
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh." You just like, it took her breath away.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you like it, Loran?
I do.
So you will see. I didn't sign this one because I was really self-conscious about doing a calligraphy signature without having the ability to cheese it. Just so you know. But Ethos Vandar is the one who drew this one. As you can tell, they're obviously different people who drew different maps. That was probably my hardest thing that I had to do, was come up with two different styles.
Right.
Oh, it's amazing though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
Really cool.
I'm super proud of both of them.
Oh yeah, like holy cow.
I can't wait till you find
I
your
see
other
this
pat
hut
and can.
Oh my gosh, these are so different.
and then ask, why? Who's out that way?
This shows the tower
Well,
is
and
there.
you see this
And
is
this is
just
a broken
this.
tower?
Yeah.
This is
And
a whole
this is
nother
torn down?
area that was
Yeah.
not even marked.
But I mean, he
I'll
does
bet
his
this is
stuff differently.
This area, like, see, it's almost like there's water,
Right.
right? This shows water, and then this is a body of water.
And then this was obviously an active volcano at the time.
Yeah, we show it as active because we call it Ganfear Volcano, and they call it Ganfear Mountain.
Huh.
So they don't see it
As an active.
as an active.
That's really crazy, Jordan.
I'm so glad you guys like my details.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Joe, I sent you the pictures, just so you know.
So you have Fester's
And it looks
spire.
like
This
the
is
Loch Ness
technically
Monster
a
isn't
newer
there anymore.
Yeah.
What we have is an older
Right.
version.
Yeah, Dave has one
So, it's way back.
way old.
So
Well,
like he's
because-
he's like, where did you get that thing? Like,
So then it-
that's old.
it makes you
Right.
wonder though if his
Well,
was
when
on
I
the
asked-
island.
When I asked, they said that there was an old wizard. His name was Theseus, and he died
Right.
in a tower. So that makes sense
That's-
as to why
right,
that is
Right. This is
Right.
the
of relevance.
this is his tower from
Right.
before he died,
Theseus.
Right.
and,
it
and he
just
blew
broke
himself
off.
into it.
Yeah.
Does it make
crater.
sense why they don't like wizards now?
Question.
Yes, sir.
Blew the
Yeah.
planet up.
So the lighthouse is not on the old map at all, right? And that was
Right here?
originally not part of the island anyway.
It shows it. Can you see this?
Okay, it's the edge. Yeah,
Barely
I see that now, yeah.
And the compass is in a different
So
place.
Deckard forgot that was there. His map ripped. He forgot something was there. He just remembered
Something
this.
like that.
Yeah. So
And the former temple is now just ruins down here, and that's separated too.
and the squid is no longer in the
Correct.
the octopus is no. Huh. So are these actually like floating or like because this looks almost like it's either on the edge or it's like in the air? Are there like floating?
No, that's
Like
there,
rocks
there's little
in-
water. See,
It's
see
water.
the
No.
water?
I mean like around the crater.
No, that's parts of the tower still.
Oh,
Like
it's just
leftover
debris.
tower.
Okay.
There's chunks of stuff.
I didn't know if it was
Debris.
like so. It was like floating or
So are people still living over here? Because you have houses amongst the fields, and over here we showed there were farmers around Vestal Spire. So is this still farmed land, or is the height like literally cut it off?
Yeah, and the because the bartender's really curious, and you guys are having discussions about the difference between here. Because I'm assuming you're not hiding your map anymore from him.
No, we're talking about this.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
it looks like there's a lot of distance, unless of course it's
Yeah.
driven. Like it's 5 feet. You could crawl up it, or is this like
No, like
the cliffs of Dover? These are like
they are cliffs. Like the whole that side of the island is
right,
whole cliffs, and he broke off a chunk of the island.
right. Does anyone live here anymore?
No, no one goes over there. It's tainted land from his magic.
Tainted how? Like tainted weather, or
Oh my god, that's
plants are dead?
Trogdor.
What? What did you say?
It's Trogdor. Bernadine, the countryside. Tainted by magic.
Sorry, I just saw it.
but
Yeah, yours still has Adrix the dragon on it. That green bastard tried killing everybody on the island at one point.
But when you say tainted, do you mean tainted by death, or tainted by
Paint.
bizarre animals, or tainted by some other description? How would you
Magic.
describe the taint?
Magically tainted. Everything over there is changed. Like, the trees, they grow weird.
Oh.
They're all weepy compared to what we have here. The grass is overgrown.
Would you consider it dangerous?
No one goes over there.
So you're saying you don't know?
People of old said it's dangerous over there, yes. So it's just, no one on the island goes over there. It's just, no
Friends,
reason.
I think we have a new destination.
yeah.
I don't know why you'd want to go over there.
If you don't mind me asking, you say people of old. How old are you talking about? How many years has it been that anybody's
he
been over
blew
there?
himself up. Your map is probably 500 years old.
Oh, wow.
Does your text I sent you make sense now?
Now I'm gonna have to go dig through this. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. It didn't ding in my hand. I apologize. Let me
You
turn off my silent.
Yeah. Changes your
Okay.
perspective of what happened.
Yeah.
But I didn't know at the time if you were trying to conceal stuff or what, so. But that's why it is the way it is. So yeah, your map is super old. I'm surprised it even still exists. Must have been kept in a special place.
Well, I do tend to conduct a lot of research. I collect and maintain many ancient texts, of which this map is one.
As a dwarf, I can respect that.
All right, so
Are
what,
we?
what can we recap of things we know? My brain's not working. We were sent here to deal with what? The group of people?
The
Are we out of?
Yes,
we're
we're not-
top level.
I need to meta. I need to meta for
You're
a
fine.
second because my brain's not working. We were originally sent here by the Order of the Gauntlet
Right.
to look at which
the
group-
Brotherhood of Sal, because there's been some disruption and movement
Okay.
Right.
here, and they apparently don't know what they're up to, whether
Okay,
it's
so
good or
there's
bad.
this Brotherhood of whatever.
Uh,
On the way, we were attacked by Sahagwan pirates.
Right.
We get here, and our contact from Order of the Gauntlet,
We can't find her.
we can't find her.
Because it's not a Tuesday or Wednesday yet.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. At least per the barkeep, that's the reason why.
Right.
Now we're finding a map that is more accurate of today, and we realize that our map is old. So there might be clues in our map that mean things, right? Like I'm wondering, like there's all this stuff that's broken down, like this tower, and this whatever.
Temple
It
of
looks kinda like a
Kizep.
temple. Yeah. So I'm wondering if they're trying to do something over here, some kind of temple of relic.
there's three
workers.
different areas that are vastly different. This area and that area and that up there.
I would disagree about the woods.
Okay.
It is only because it is drawn differently.
Okay.
Because this same woods is the same as this. See how
Okay.
there's tons of trees and then it kind of pitters off on trees? That's the same representation. Yes, the trees have receded some because if you look, there's that lodge there. That's that lodge. They've
Okay.
cleared out all that forest. That's what that lodge is, Michael.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting. So this
it is the same density of forest further back. Don't let the different style.
right,
throw
but
you off.
what we notice is this is a volcano to dead mountain,
Yes.
and the spire to a crater, along with the planetary shift of that dirt, and then the separation of this and this being an active temple and now ruins. Those are three big things. We were missing the old lighthouse. Not sure, but it says the old lighthouse. This is all craggly. I'm wondering if the lighthouse, is the old lighthouse still working? Is it a working lighthouse?
Yes. It still works.
Okay. So it wasn't on our map, but it doesn't seem to be necessarily as important.
Right.
Is this in kilometers or miles?
Yes.
It's in units.
It's in units to show you that it would take you basically a day to get to each side of the island. And now that I know that Michael has bullshit of passery, that really sucks, but is what it is.
That's if I know the route. That's only if I know the route.
Bullshit of passery?
It takes him half time to travel the distance.
Oh, if he travels alone.
No, that's
With
how
the
our
group.
group. That's how our group. I got us a full day ahead of. Like she was like, "Oh yeah, it'll take this long," and we were just like already there.
Right.
Because I was
I'm
like,
no, I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once you guys go to one side of the island and establish a route,
We can fast travel.
I can
Essentially.
It's like having a mount.
Unless you try using the boat.
You,
Then
you have a
cannot.
mount?
Yeah, I don't remember what that is. I'll find.
Okay. And so,
We can fly on shiny.
do we...
I'm not gonna cheat that.
So tell me about what might you know
Choose
about...
to do however you want.
Since you're a respectable dwarf and have been honest with us and forthright, what do you know about this Brotherhood of Sal or Sam or
I don't
whatever
know
they
if-
call themselves?
I don't know of any brotherhood around here. All I know is that there's been a couple more people that I've had to kick out of the bar for starting fights. And that's what all the posters are of, yeah, this person's, you're not
Oh, they have
welcome
drawings
here.
of these people?
Yeah.
They're like wanted posters?
Not really wanted, but
Can we?
basically
I would
wanted
like to
them.
take an extra look at them, just to see who they are, so I can recognize them in town. Like I want to, I'd like to be aware of that to keep us either away from them or know who they are. So if we need them at another point, I know who to find. So I'd like to kind of study those.
Yeah. And this has been kicking people out for the past 6 months, you know, that type of thing.
Do all these people have something in common? Like, are there more troublemakers now than there used to be? Like, is that like a
Oh,
thing
yeah.
where all of a sudden, like,
Yeah,
rather than
the past
people
6
getting along
months,
now?
Yeah, we haven't had problems with people coming in and doing, because most people come in and they go for the obsidian and they come back, they take them drinks and go get their wares and they leave.
Okay.
But yeah, within the last 6 months, unrest, if you will. Now, I don't know if unrest is the right word. Let's re-pull that. More of just bullshittery. Like just
It sounds like you have asshats that meant that
they can be worn as hell. Yes.
So this is what it is right here.
City secrets.
I think we need to
Yeah,
figure
read
out
this, though.
who, if there's
Yes,
any
yes.
association for these
Cities.
people,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
No, like, is there an association?
And
Where,
two
where do we
cities.
find these people?
And
Well,
Right.
Find passage through
like,
urban
can we
sprawls
find a
that other
place?
brotherhoods
Can we
set
find
in
these people?
cities.
Right.
Because maybe they're the
You
reason
can
that.
travel between two locations in the city
It's possible.
twice as fast.
I mean, if we
we didn't
wait
use that
until
properly last time.
City
a
secrets,
Tuesday or a
That's- but
Thursday,
But anyway, but it's also
We can at least
so it's
meet
only
with-
if I'm like, hey guys, let's do this. I know this way, and they say,
I'm
okay.
kind of wondering
So,
if we should
anyway,
meet
that's
with
what
her
that is.
before we
Okay.
really, you know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
a
wanna break
50-50
it.
on that. I don't
Right.
know. Like, do we go?
I mean, I feel like I need to first talk to my
Contact.
yeah.
Yeah, because if we don't have our bearings of what we may go in the complete wrong direction.
Right, right. But I'm just saying, I'm intrigued that there's
Right.
this people group, or not
Right.
necessarily, but
something
there is something going with these other people.
Right.
I'm curious what these other. I'd like to talk to these other people.
What other people?
Right.
These people you have on the. I mean, we're meta. We're having a meta
Oh, okay.
discussion.
Yeah.
I think that I would be interested in trying to find and talk to these people that are on the wall
Well, that's what
and see
my
if they're
Mhm.
associated. But you're right. We need to talk to
Yeah.
what's her name?
Yeah.
Rogus.
Rogus.
You can call her
Gemna.
Gemna.
Gemna. But we,
Rogues.
Ro-
oh, that's true. We need to
Roma
call her. We need to
something.
call her
Gemna,
Gemna.
because
that's
she's
her
got
cover.
an alias. Yeah.
Gemna's her cover. We need to find Gemna and talk to her.
Yeah.
See what
I
she's
agree.
currently working on.
Yeah.
And what day is it?
It is that day.
Oh, how convenient.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Because it was like because we can wait for another day.
Oh, I thought because I thought we
I'm
were
just
wait.
gonna go
But,
take a
Yeah.
nap because I'm an old man.
yeah.
Hey bartender.
I mean, we're more than welcome if we want to play it that way. I'm more than welcome to. I was just like, if you guys can do whatever you want. We'll do it another day.
I was gonna say, hey bartender, are these guys come in at a certain time?
They don't come in anymore.
Just point at the wall.
So
They don't
once
come in anymore.
Did they
so
come in?
once you told them to be gone, they've been obedient and not come back to kick a door down.
No, because most people in town just will stop selling to them. Like once you're on the wall, you're basically banned from the town.
So you're a tight knit community.
Yes, that's why we have law enforcement, but there's no one really that runs the town, if you will.
Did they all wear certain attire? Was it all similar? Or?
Clothes, I think they're called, my friend. I know you run
not
around as a
accustomed to
bear
that.
pretty
Yeah.
often, but we call it clothes.
You're the one that turned into a bear?
Possibly.
God, there's been great talk about this all day. You must be the group that put a boat on the frickin' shore.
Yep.
Knew there was something odd about you.
We are those people.
None of us are
In
sailors.
fairness, dwarves are not meant to be on the water.
Who's the one who marooned the boat? Because that's the funniest shit I've ever
Well-
heard.
The whale whisperer over here.
It was great. I heard it was a great landing.
That's a word.
Yeah.
We beached her.
Yeah.
He's through.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But yeah, what was your... Someone had a question, but
yeah.
I got distracted.
I was just wondering if they all had kind of the same attire or anything in common. All these people.
I don't want... I wouldn't say they would have any... I'm just talking out loud from
Okay.
a point of view, trying to describe in my mind without trying to do a
Yep.
voice at the same time.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
None of them would have, like, a crest or a symbol, but
Okay.
most of them would probably still be wearing their leathers, if you will. Like
Okay.
not, like, full armor, but still have some...
Right.
Quasi-adventurer kind
Yes.
of a thing.
Okay.
Maybe not quite professional hero, but
Right.
hero wannabe.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Biker thugs.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I would go with that description
Okay.
in a medieval sense.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like in medieval times, that's what they were wearing.
All right.
So probably reasonably well armed, but probably not well armored. Because it's one thing to walk around swords and shields and stuff as armed, but being armored is a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do we want to wait for Jimna?
So
I'd be
Decker's
like,
gonna
my
go-
name's Gilly if you ever want to come back. Gilly Longbrew.
All right.
Be well, young sir. I'm going to go take a nap. This old man needs to rest.
10 gold for dinner
Okay.
and all the drinks and all that.
Oh yeah.
'Cause-
10 gold.
You're taking good care
and if you
of
come
me,
back,
too.
I'll get you the good stuff. It's a little more pricey. You elves probably can't handle it, but if you're willing to give it a go, I'm willing to serve.
I think we can handle it. Whatever.
And he'll look at the other doors and be like, huh, elves always thinking they can handle their liquor.
And then I'll say back, you don't know us.
Oh, you want a drinking contest, do ya? Let's see you dwarves who go against the elves and see which one gets shit-faced first. Come on!
Spider's bite.
Yes.
I'm just gonna tell him I'm
If
ready.
you two dwarfs drink against the elves and win, I won't charge you for the drinks. If the elves win, you pay for all the drinks.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just pay for the drinks because the elf could potentially die.
We want to keep our friends alive. Yeah,
See, this is a smart dwarf right here.
he is.
I am immune to poisoning, and they don't call it alcohol poisoning.
That's good stuff. Okay.
I will. You said it's the right day? It's the good day?
Let's do another day, just
Okay.
for kicks and giggles, and for more RP for reasons.
Okay. So are we sleeping in the inn, I'm assuming?
Yeah, you guys will go. I mean, you're still in the thing, but yeah, she has beds for you.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
Go back to the
however you
tavern.
guys want to go. Do. So,
Sleep.
it's yeah, lunch, dinner, whatever you guys.
Is
All
it the
right.
next day yet?
No, like you're still in the tavern right? Do you want it to be the next day? Because I mean, you guys can go back to your.
have
Yeah.
there.
I mean,
I'm thinking.
we might run into her at the
That's
time.
So
what
I'm
I'm
gonna-
thinking.
Yeah.
I'm.
Because if it's nighttime, she's probably going to come back to the inn. She's got to stay there.
Yeah, and
so.
she's down the hallway from
You
us.
could leave a note for her.
I could.
So I'm gonna slip off.
Yeah, you can just text me what you're gonna do.
Hmm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna.
Go back to the inn.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go back as well.
So you guys will have your dinner, have a nice long walk to the beach. You'll go down, see your dockmaster dude, and they're sitting there. The whole crevice, you see that there's a bunch of dock workers out there shoveling sand. Stuff like that.
Fixing the beach.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear what I did? What I told him? It's one of the, like, the cliff part of the beach. Like, the water is, it's not like a straight up.
Like a levee.
Yeah, it's one of those that you guys busted. So that's why it needs to be repaired. It wasn't just a normal, hey, you rolled up on beach and the water will fix itself. It's no, you guys busted a hole in their breach, and now it's like if a strong tidal wave comes in, it's wrecking
gone.
people.
Well, you know.
So that's why it had to be fixed. Not just because you marooned your boat, but it's because
At least we survived.
Yep.
And the boat was intact. So yeah. That was good.
So you guys will go back to your dorm, if you will, because, you know, she didn't splurge to get you guys nice beds. You guys got the nice cots, if you will. Yeah, actually, I think it was
Right.
nice. It was fairly decent.
Yeah.
Because it's a nice inn.
Right.
You paid the higher
I think we
rate.
had the bigger room, too. Yeah.
Well, it was a more expensive
That's
rate.
the other
Instead of
one.
1 gold a
Yeah.
person, it was 2 gold a person.
Yeah.
So they're nicer. The actual accommodations, while the room may not be very big, the accommodations were for 2.
Yeah.
For the 2 gold rate. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, no, I mean,
But we
they're
only had
nice
to buy
beds.
4 beds because
Yeah.
I kind of carry around a yoga mat and kind of sit and think.
And she's down here, I believe.
That sounds right.
So when I'm walking into the, I guess inn, I will ask the front desk worker if the lady who has the symbol similar to my flag, staff, whatever it is in her room.
Confused by that question just a little.
What, me?
Need for timeout because
You're fine.
I'm reading text. Mm-hmm.
We need 12 seconds. We can step out. I'll tell you exactly
Yeah.
what I mean.
Hey.
What's that?
This is.
Oh, your campaign. Very nice. Got quite a bit written out. So this is from the, I guess, derived from that class.
Yes.
Really?
Cool.
What you got?
Yeah, this is just basically, yeah, this is my thought.
Very nice. That's cool.
I mean, I'm gonna come
Yeah.
up with an entire system, so it's
Yeah.
like huge. It's not.
All for that. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Check it. Grappler poison. Yeah, that is cool.
Which that's as far as I got on detail stuff. That's
Yeah.
just more. I mean, the rest of that is.
Very cool.
That is super cool. So like.
Yeah, I'm gonna call back so it doesn't get hit, so I don't get kicked off.
Okay. One of the things on that is like if you scroll back up a little, read the large version of this plant, like so that you know how like this,
Mm-hmm.
so you can have a small, medium, or large.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it like grows. Yeah.
We'll read the large version of it. You're welcome. Large version.
It's really cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And that, I mean, that's
Like
a really cool
like a
concept.
Venus flytrap.
I mean, that's exactly like think of that.
Yeah, that is cool. That is really cool. It's so there's actually animals that I can transform into that can actually swallow creatures.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
so same concept. Okay.
That is well, it's not the exact same, but like, I mean, kind of in a sense. But that is really cool.
But I thought for like,
I like the idea of having the plants.
yeah, like I
that
think
is
I'm
really
building
cool.
it for him.
Yeah.
I think I've shared it with him so he can look at it. But
yeah.
like,
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yes.
pretty sure
So you're privy to
Yeah.
that information.
That is really cool.
Say what now?
You're privy to that
it's
information.
really like
So
That's what I want to do.
I don't know.
whatever you deduct
Yeah.
reasonable for
Like
that.
there's so much to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hope I can get it to where I can get it on. I mean, I don't know how to do it, but yeah,
That is cool.
It's just, it's really interesting because it's all like the whole thing is like, since Necros was always dark.
That works for me, Michael.
Like,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm trying to figure out how to make it like the light
The light
version.
version.
Like it's like,
Well,
you know, because there's all types of schools like that.
I hope
know?
you guys are having fun because
Yeah,
I'm freaking loving this. Like, there's
Having fun.
there's so much like. I'm like, hey, there's differences there. You guys are like,
Oh,
oh shit,
yeah.
there's differences
Yeah.
here, and I'm like, yes.
So are we in the inn right now?
Oh yeah, you guys can make your way back to the inn.
Okay. I think once we get in there and kind of get settled down, I'm
Mhm.
definitely gonna meditate. Do
your thing.
my.
Okay, come with me.
Okay.
Actually,
And
should
I
kick-
also have
kick everybody
another.
else out.
I also
yeah,
have another.
yeah,
question for
we
that.
should have to leave because that way you can keep it on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make it more fun for the stream.
Huh?
And then there's Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, can you mute him?
What should do?
I can mute that phone.
Okay.
So,
The rest of us will go get coffee.
and
Cool.
I'm assuming Dig, you're gonna want yours as well.
What? Oh, this other thing
Your thing.
that we just did.
And
We do that.
Deckard, I
We
also
do
have
that.
something for you too.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Let me mute this one.
Hi.
Sorry, Joe. Hope you find your dad.
Hi.
Where's mute? Mute. Hey, Joe. Okay.
Cool.
There we go. Stream and Derek are the only people, and
Yeah.
lots of people can hear through there. Okay. So, we get back up there. You do your thing.
Mhm.
You get all fancily.
Okay.
So, normally, when you do this, you sit down, you get all cross-legged
Right.
with
Right.
your stuff, take your staff, and you sit there and you start to do your meditations.
Mhm.
Usually when that happens, you enter a state unconscious, well, conscious,
Right.
semi-conscious, whatever you
Right.
want to call it.
Not really paying attention to what's going on out. Yeah.
Right. But let's picture this Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
You know how he goes into his happy place
Yeah.
and he goes to the meadow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's normally what happens to you. You
Right.
just, boom, you get that out-of-body experience to where you're just walking through
Right.
your meadow.
Uh huh.
Okay. This time that does not happen.
Oh. Okay.
So you begin to meditate,
Mhm.
and it is a dark meadow.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
You are not the figure walking.
Mhm.
It's just a black figure, and there is a door, and it's just not a pixelated door,
Mhm.
but just a
Very
fuzzy black,
door.
like, you know, like a bad TV. Like, you know, the TV is on, like
mhm.
that type thing, and you just see him like open it, and you see that it opens into a cave, and he's going into it, and then it's like he kind of just does one of those, someone's watching me, and it's
And
one of those Japanese Chewy
Oh.
masks or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? The,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
clay
yeah.
ones that have the fox nose.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
anime ones.
Right.
It's
Right.
got one of those.
Dang.
And then he turns around, door shuts behind him, and you wake up.
Oh. So I get nothing from.
No.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right.
So yeah.
So, with that, I mean, but I don't recognize the figure
Correct.
or the mask or anything like that.
And this is so short of an
Quick.
experience for you. Like, it was almost painful for you to sit
It's
there
not-
and watch that.
Yeah.
So it was hard for you to make out details and stuff. That's why stuff was shaded
Right.
and stuff, is because it was like, holy shit, there's someone in my happy place. Like, I don't like this at all. And it's like, that's why you can't get your connection out, is because
There's
it's being instructed.
interesting.
But since this is the first time you've been there, everything's gonna be
Like,
horrible. And it was
yeah.
literally like, you sit down, you go, and
And
you're
it
back
just
out.
happened.
Like, it is literally like you went in and out.
Right. Okay.
So like,
That's
people,
crazy.
there was a person here, and you saw them shut the drawer, and all of a sudden they're just like turned around. Like, that's how in and out it was.
Wow.
So
Okay. Is it size-wise? How big would I perceive the creature to be?
They are, I wouldn't, not Goliath size. Like,
Okay.
I would say probably they are a larger person, probably like
Okay.
6.5, 7 feet,
Okay.
hunched down. If you were to say they were to stand up fully tall, they would probably be that tall. But they
Okay.
were kind of doing one of these. But you could definitely see with the robes that they were hunched over, and they
Okay.
were still pretty tall to the door. So you're either saying they're super tall or it's a smaller door.
Okay. But it definitely didn't look like Cernos or anything like that.
No,
Like, wait, okay.
No.
Okay.
this is no.
Okay.
It
And it
was-
didn't seem scared that I was there? Like, or
It
just
didn't know.
kind of-
It didn't.
It just turned around and saw me.
It doesn't see any.
Oh.
You when you go into that state, you are the camera per se.
Oh,
in that.
okay.
So normally you would be walking third person in your
Watching
thing,
it. Yeah.
watching yourself basically.
Okay,
But
I see what
instead
you're
this
saying.
time it was,
Just that thing.
you know,
Okay.
your glade, moonlight, all dark and
Right.
stuff. So,
Okay.
But yeah,
Alright.
all you remember is the fuzzy door, the figure, and it was
Okay.
at night.
At night. Okay.
Which I need to mark that down because
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna get more details as we
Right, right. Cool. Cool.
So. Did you have another question while you were there?
Well, it would have been for Cernos, but
Right.
since- yeah. So interesting.
Okay, can you go grab Dave?
Yep.
What did I say? Fuzzy door.
Fuzzy door, a cave, creature with a mask.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just talking about the conversation we had out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you were to do anything else,
Yeah. So
you
the
can describe
not in voice or anything, but just in
quick time.
in QuickTime. Like, Deckard is interested in the comings and goings of Gemna because the barkeep has not really been forthcoming, right? He's like, oh yeah, she's here a couple of days a week.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really tell me enough. I know enough about Order of the Gauntlet and the idea of the do-gooder stuff that they are. She's out busy doing something. I mean, she has a job, and if she's not coming to the tavern looking like she's been working, then something else is going on, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. So, I basically am willing to slip some gold to the innkeeper and reveal, or at least kind of slightly tip my hand to the innkeeper to let her know, because obviously that innkeeper is helping protect the identity and the comings and goings of Gemna.
Yes.
I want her to know you don't have to you don't have to present a lie to me, if that makes sense. Like,
Right.
I already know something. I just don't know this.
Right.
Like, I know her alias is Gemna. I know this is this. I know she's obviously getting work. She's cleaning up before she comes out here. I just need to know the timing about how that works for her. When is she gone? When is she back? How it is. And then you told me then what?
It is. She comes back on her Tuesday, Friday, or whatever a day that week is, because we're not really tracking days. And
Right.
she comes in at 3 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
scurries upstairs, does whatever, cleans herself up. 5 o'clock she leaves to the tavern. 8 o'clock she comes back. And then from there, she goes out in the morning and isn't back for then a couple days. And it's been like that for 2 months? Month and a half?
Okay. So for the last 1.5 to 2 months, she keeps paying. She's paying up.
Mhm.
She's paying by the week, by the month, whatever.
Mhm.
And so she's coming home on a Tuesday afternoon, clean up, dress up, do whatever, look like a more normal, as opposed to a scruffy looking nerf herder.
Mm-hmm.
Hangs out at the tavern for a few hours, comes home, sleeps it off. And in the morning, she's out and gone again.
Yep.
You don't see her for another few days.
Correct.
Basically, rinse and repeat.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know exactly how that. I don't know what that makes Deckard think of. You know, I've not quite put that together yet.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to know. Like, what are her actual comings and goings?
Yep.
Okay.
And then it is evening time. Are you going to do any of your shenanigans now that you have more information? More information.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I definitely want.
Because you got to ask. You think about your specific question. Because, I mean, you have multiple that you can ask.
Well, the two things that I'm really curious about. One is probably less important now that I'm thinking about it. What was this Fezier guy working on at the time that this does the Herodrum know or have records of what kind of spell research or spell whatever he was doing back in the day that caused this massive explosion? Like, is this was he trying to like resurrect a demon, or was he just like being a goofball and, you know, made too powerful a firework? You know what I mean? Like, what was he working on that caused this? Obviously, his destruction, his tower, his spire is gone, and it split the earth. And I'm wondering if that, like, would I know, or would we have records of what it is he was working on at the time? Because my problem, my mindset is that it's possible that whatever he was working on is what this Brotherhood of Baal or whatever it is. Like, seeing this kind of destruction to the planet is making me wonder: was he doing something related to them? Like, are they doing blow up the world level stuff?
Yeah.
That's where my questioning is headed.
I got you. So yeah. You're magical. I love that. Do we want to describe that for the screen? Because I don't know if other people are going to...
Okay, so I have a...
I don't know, because I don't know who else watches this, so I don't know if we want to...
No, I'm just saying, for the stream, I am playing Deckard Cain, and if you do the Diablo thing, you understand he has the Herodra Cube, and so we're using that as a method, you know, of ulterior magic that I have access to. And for now, we'll just say that through the power of my Herodra Cube, I have the ability to recall information that would not maybe normally just be at the top of your mind, but I can use this power to kind of enter a deeper level of memory and thought and this is how that works. And so when I'm, instead of long resting, because I'm a half elf, I don't need to long rest in a traditional manner.
Yeah.
Instead of long resting, I basically take a short rest and can, instead of taking a long rest to recover my mind and body, I take a short rest and I let my mind and body hyper concentrate.
Right.
We'll see.
It takes you the full 8 hours because
It takes the same amount of time
Yeah.
as other people long resting.
You open the secret cow levels with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because whenever we reference the library, that is where he is going.
Yeah.
And so he's able to access knowledge and stuff.
Things.
Yes. Which does my text earlier, does that make you go, oh, all right,
Hold on.
for your
Let's
map?
see what it is.
Like,
Yes, and now it makes me understand. So
how powerful the library is.
yeah, it's like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because the library can draw upon information from hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
I got lots of history,
So,
which is exactly why I'm asking what I'm asking. It's like, okay, I have a map from pre-destruction, so were the Herodrum aware of what it is he was working on?
so we're gonna
We're gonna put a pin on that.
We're gonna go all the way to the start. So you do your Rubik's Cube,
Mm-hmm.
enter the library. Librarian is there. I've got to figure out. At some point, this is gonna get rough for me to do, because I foresee something later on, so I have to get into character now. Like 8 sessions from now, this is gonna be the shittiest thing I have to do. So, librarian's gonna be. He has this tone of voice. Yes, we're gonna go with this right here. Should we make him a little British? You know, when he talks like this.
Sure, is he talking through your teeth?
This is how he is. Yes, he talks like this, and he's like, "Oh, Master Kane, I'm glad you're back again. How are you?"
Well, I'm fine, but you know, I don't want to bother you any more than I have to.
Right, and I do appreciate that. You know, I take my work very seriously.
I understand, but unfortunately, I've come across some interesting developments that I wasn't aware of.
Alright, yes. Just so you know, a note for you while you were out. Who was it? Let me find in my notes, because I don't know his name. But you came in looking for the wedge shapes. Yes, another one of our members. He was also looking, and he deposited a relic, so you might want to go check that area. I'll have to check my numbers.
Why do I care about wedge shapes?
The W shape.
Oh, yes.
Yes. It seems I filed one away, and you were just here the other day. I do believe an amethyst is there now, or was yours amethyst?
Mine was amethyst.
Okay, then the malachite one is in the library now. So,
Interesting.
yes. So
I find that highly suspicious.
why? It was from another Herodrum member.
I understand, but we know what these are used for, and I'm surprised that more pieces seem to be showing up. It makes me pause and wonder.
I wonder what you're wondering. Meta, you know what's gonna happen.
I have a pretty good idea. I think I have an idea.
Because you're gonna drop that one and you're gonna need another one. So, he lets you know that there is another piece to that available. But he's like, there's still. You also requested, like, how do they go together? There's still people. We have the lessers working on it. You know how it is.
Mhm.
So, but what
Understand.
can I help you with today?
Well, so I'm gonna discuss this map and go.
Mhm.
We were comparing these two maps for Twin Spire Isle, and it appears that the document the Herodrum had been maintaining was several iterations old, perhaps 500 or 600 years prior to today.
You know how we are about
And-
keeping documents.
Yes, I understand.
Everything is old. We always acquire new things. We love it when you bring
The
us
idea of Fezia,
Yes.
this wizard, what do we know about him? Where can I find out what he was working on at the time of the cataclysmic change to these islands?
So, have you seen the new space movie with, what's his face? Traveler something?
Star Wars?
No, it's Star-Lord, the other guy, the other
Oh, from Galaxy Guardians?
Guardians of the Galaxy, with him and what's-her-face, they go on a space trip, and then they get hit by asteroids. Okay, well, whatever. There's a bartender there that's a half robot dude, so you just see the upper half.
Sure.
But the bottom half is like the robot. So that's how Fezior is also as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, just so you know. So this is a construct AI, if you will. So he's gonna.
The person I'm talking to.
Yes.
Okay, it's right. So he's a conjurer. I'm talking about Fezia.
Yes, I know.
Wizard.
I'm just letting you know because he's gonna. Fezior.
I see what you're saying.
Yes, Fezior. I have the location. Shall we? And he'll point over to
okay.
how you normally do this because there's the librarian, and then you have your doors to go to certain rooms, and then he. There's all your information.
This tape starts stacking up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
There's all your information.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
There you are, sir. I pulled up all the information we have on.
Very
Fezior.
cool. So I want to obviously try and dig through some chronology of the research he was doing.
Okay.
And we may not have documentation, or I could certainly understand based on his demise, or at least the perceived demise, because of what happened to the thing. So I'd like to know what he was working on, and did he actually die?
Did he actually die?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. So what was he working on? Did he actually die, as opposed to he just hasn't been seen from in a while?
Okay. Get your pin ready.
Okay.
Fezior was originally part of the Herodrum
Okay.
back in the day. He was a master wizard in divination. Hence why you have that Divination Volume 3. He is the one who wrote it.
Interesting. Okay, hold on. Where did I write that down?
That's one of the books
That's
you acquired.
this. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So yes, he was one of the people who was originally crafting spells for the divination arts.
Oh wow.
So he's
okay.
he's a master grand wizard. So yeah, some of your early, like your guidance or detect magic and stuff like that was probably created by
He's
him.
probably the one that found that
Yes.
spell and was like, okay, let's tweak it and make it okay.
How do we mass train other
Yeah.
wizards for this? So yes, he's created several spells in the divination arts.
Okay. Wow.
So yeah, he is, and yes, he is no longer alive. He blew up with his tower,
Okay.
and that's the records have no, they know he's dead, but as far as the Herodrum is concerned, like they keep track of you guys, and they basically know when all of you are alive, and if you die, they know you're dead. But they
It's
don't.
like we drop off the radar and they know that, okay, if you drop off the radar, that means you're dead.
Yep.
You don't hide from the Heraldric radar, basically.
When you sign up, there's a really cool scene that I watched in a show recently to where they actually have flower lily pads, and when you die, they sink. They have some sort of thing like that, but they have candles floating in the air for every member.
Oh, that's cool.
So when your
Sex
candle
on
goes
stick,
out, you are dead.
That's pretty cool.
So yes.
Okay.
So yeah, but they don't ever go and investigate like how you died or what you died. Like obviously, if you have that, they're gonna come for that. Your cube.
Right.
Other Heraldric people, like you guys you love knowledge, but then it's like, oh, there's one available. But then there are some that, yeah, he just found one. I don't really know what this is. You know, another wizard, a lesser wizard, probably turned that in. You know, who doesn't actually know that it's a Heraldric.
Right. They don't understand the
Yes.
You don't fully put together what it is you're possessing.
Yep. But he knows it's magical, so he just turned it into the library.
Yeah. Like, thanks.
Dave's like, and I'll check that out.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're checking that one out. So
Yes,
make
I'm
sure
gonna
to add that into.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that because I need all 6 or 8 pieces of the colors to rainbow it out.
Yep.
Hmm.
So, but that's your information on him, unless there's anything else. If not, we're gonna grab everybody else.
No, I think that's good. I think that's what I wanted to know.
Okay. Do you have anything else you wish to do?
No, not with my time. I mean, I think I'm good for right now. It's certainly tonight. If I think of something, I'll bring it up to you.
Well, yeah, no, in here, yeah. Because then this will take us to morning.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I guess the only other thing is, I'm back here, right? So the only thing that I want to do is I want to use for the last few minutes, I want a secret passage and go, what other ins and outs of this building can I detect with my ability?
Okay.
Do I know of other connectedness? Like,
Well,
are these 2 rooms go
500
together?
meters is ridiculously far. And remember...
No, I understand, but I mean...
Yeah, secret passage is definitely just those tiny little, like, yeah, we can find a way through this type thing. And that's how that works. You know what I mean? The echolocation things.
Right.
So, but it's not, like, to actually, like, I get a 3D view of this entire building. It doesn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know, like, if there was a secret passage, you would know that secret passage. That's how it works. Does that make sense?
Right. I guess what I'm trying to say is there a method by which we would be able to move between where we're staying, and I'm assuming she's staying somewhere over here.
She's, the second.
This
The
one?
third room on the left.
This?
Yeah, that one.
So I guess what I'm saying is, well, maybe 2 things. Is there a passage from here to there that circumvents the hallway such that we would not be seen?
Right. Like if you were to go through the attic.
Something.
The rafters,
Like
if you will, yeah.
I'm just saying, is there a method by which we can get here to here without going through a common area so that we can't be seen in order to have a conversation, or if we want to try and have a conversation? And in this room, is there a connected to the outside that lets you get to this room without going through public areas?
You would know that there's the window there.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah. So,
Okay, that's fine.
For your...
I'm just curious.
Right.
If it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist, and I'm fine with that. I'm just curious if there is...
I'm trying to clarify your spell more. It's more for finding... Yes, secret passages... Yes. I don't know how to do this without, like, telling you exactly how to use it every
Well,
single
I
time,
understand
you know?
if you had a map and as a GM, I know if you had a map that had an S there at a door, if I'm standing in the room and I say, hey, I need to find it, you would say, oh, you notice that that's an actual door. I get that.
And it can be used anywhere.
And I get that is how that works. I
Okay.
guess what I'm asking is if the secret door is a ceiling tile
Okay.
that
So-
lets you into the attic. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. Like, is there a way out of this room that, other than through known access methods? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if there's not, then there's not.
Sure, yeah, you can go
If-
through the rafters.
Okay.
But you're more interested in 300 yards north.
Oh, it's that far?
It's
I didn't know I could see that. I didn't know I could see that. It doesn't say.
Yeah, it should say this time.
Yeah, it says 500 feet.
300 feet. Well, I mean, how far is that? That's a good ways.
500 feet's 170 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, it's a good way.
So I'm seeing that
And
there's a. the
there's
hell?
there's an abandoned rubble, like there's a rubble building, and you see that there is some rocks over a cellar, and you see that there is a crack down into a cellar. And I'm gonna go grab everybody
Yep.
else. Caw-caw! Hi, Joe.
Heyo.
Welcome back.
Wow. Okay.
Thank
that's- Wow. that
Sorry,
was-
It's alright.
it was intense. It'll be interesting to
That
hear
is.
I'll let you
what other people say.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That kind of.
I think that'd be fun to play.
I'm gonna go fill my water while you guys go first.
Can I tell them?
You guys can discuss whatever you
Okay.
want to discuss.
Okay.
Like
I
our
just didn't-
conversation
it's-
is private, but if you wish to
Right.
keep
It's
anything to
technically
yourself,
morning. It's now morning, right? We're waking up.
Oh,
for
it is.
you,
Okay.
his
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go first.
But he'll go before before we go to sleep, right?
Would you have done that before everybody goes to sleep? Yeah, because
Oh, heck
people are
yeah.
still moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna go into.
That
his
was like my
trance
first thing that
before, which
yeah.
would probably change your stuff, but we're
we'll
not gonna
see.
mess with it.
We'll see.
Okay.
If it becomes super important, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right.
So basically, what happened was, which you guys know, obviously, at this point, kind of like that I do these like meditations or whatever, and you kind of know like I'm talking to my.
Are we in the
deity.
bar?
No, we're in our room.
No, we're
Okay.
back here. We're
That's-
in our room. Over here.
So
That's
you guys
what I'm-
obviously know that, right? Like, I don't know if
I've
I've-
generally noticed you talk
Yeah.
to
so basically
talk to somebody.
Yeah. So basically, I'll. Just
We
kinda
noticed you
kind of
did that on the
explain.
boat though.
Yeah.
That's when we would have known. We would have known.
Right.
Like, this was very.
Right.
This was after the fight and when we were on the boat.
Right. Right. And I think you came to one of the no, you did one of the rooms like early on when we first
Oh, and I
met,
did see you.
and you tried to like get my attention, and I wasn't. Like,
Yeah.
So basically,
Yeah,
what
they
I've been
wouldn't have known
doing,
what you were doing in there.
right? So
no,
what
but I did see.
see
it
me
would've been-
doing that, basically the same thing. So basically, what I've been doing is like calling out to my deity, who's actually sent me here. This is like my calling in a sense from my deity.
Or penance.
And-
Depends on how
Yeah,
how
or
they're-
penance.
Yeah.
It depends on how this thing goes.
And
He's friends with his deity.
oh yeah, we're like best
Had some gin
buds.
and tonics together.
Oh yeah. So normally I call out and he gives me information or he guides me and I'm in this field and basically like we're communicating in this like meadow every time. And this time was way different. For whatever reason, it was dark and all I could see, and this happened like in a split second. It was dark and I saw this like black door that was like fuzzy, and I saw this creature, this black creature that was about 6-7 feet tall, seemingly to me, that just turned around and looked at me or towards my direction, and it was wearing like this fox mask, I guess is how
Yeah,
you
one
would...
of the like the
What does
Japanese-
the fox
The
say?
Japanese
Yeah.
ones.
the Japanese masks for the assassins. It had one of those
Yeah.
Oh,
those
okay.
on.
And then it just went through the door, and I woke back up. I had no interaction with Cernos, my deity, whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your
That's-
So I don't know
system
if-
got hacked.
Yeah. Yeah. So my happy place is not so happy.
You didn't use
You're
NordVPN.
getting happy billboard.
Yeah. My VPN is non-existent.
Your VPN was
My
down
subscription expired.
and-
I let it lapse
Yes, and
just
you got-
before we got here.
You were a victim of
Yeah,
phishing.
So, yeah, I mean, and I obviously, like, I had a very important question I was going to ask, but I have no, yeah.
What
You
did
should probably
this,
write
what did,
down that question.
what did this,
Oh, I mean,
what did this
yeah.
door look like?
It was fuzzy. Like, the way it was described
there a
was
crack
basically
in the door? Was it?
just solid black, and it was fuzzy. Like he said, it was almost like pixelated.
Like you know how you know a TV is on, and it's just got
Yeah.
that not
The
not
ant channel?
Yeah.
I guess some pixelated stuff. Not
Yeah.
like a fully black and white, the ant one, but just the gray fuzz from a tube TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like to where you can't make it out. And this
Yeah.
was painful for him to be there. So
Yeah.
detail is not of his concern when there's someone in his
Yeah.
happy place. So he
Because
got
that's
no,
not
it's-
normal. Like, that
Right.
would never happen.
Did you hear anything, or is it just visual?
Visual. I mean, I'm guessing I didn't hear anything. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you were visually focused for this.
Okay, so I have one question. I'm just going to ask you, just because it's here. Is anything that we talked about parallel to that? It should be a yes or no question.
No.
Okay.
And I
I'm
would
gonna-
say,
Okay.
go ahead.
I wanted to. I would ask you, be like, where were you when that happened?
I was in our room. Like, I mean,
you guys are all
physically,
in the room. Right
yeah,
now.
I was in
We're
the
all
No, no,
room.
I know, but when his trance thing.
It's in my meadow, wherever.
No. I'm saying, when did this one occur? Was it on the ship? 'Cause
No,
you've already-
this was
No,
just
this is
now.
just
Right
now.
now,
You
yeah.
guys are in the room.
We all
Yeah, I
left the
started to
bar.
go meditate right before we went to bed, basically.
We all
And-
came home from the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, you
And that was the
started
first
and
thing
you
I
just
did.
woke up immediately. That's
Yeah,
what this is.
because
Okay.
Let's
yeah.
say you're putting your stuff in the crate.
Wait,
Do what?
did you have any of the dwarf ale?
He's a dwarf.
That's, yeah.
It
I
wouldn't
am.
affect him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, so let's
So,
say
yeah.
Michael's putting his stuff in. Which one were you? Okay,
I was in one of those, yeah.
so Michael's
Yeah.
putting his stuff in this crate. Derek sits down on this bed or on right here to do his meditation. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. You put it in there.
And I'm
He
just
goes
like,
out, and all of a sudden he goes, ah! And you're basically, you just shut the thing and turn around.
So it's
Yeah.
okay.
So
Okay.
It's like that quick.
It's an
yeah.
instant, he's down and back up. Like,
Yeah.
not even fully
Yeah.
out.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna. My next question is based on my background. I'm gonna be like, were you followed? Have we been? Is somebody watching us?
I don't know. I mean, just from my perception, it looked like he was turning around, or whatever this creature was, turned around and, like, looked at me. Even though I wasn't there. Normally, I see myself in this field, but I did not see myself. So, and I normally have, like, a third-person view of myself in this field. I did not this time, and the only thing I saw was that creature.
Did you lose any health
Scary.
points?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just making sure you weren't
Yeah.
struck.
No, I wasn't hurt. I don't know, but it seemed to turn around and look in my general direction.
Do you
But-
recognize the mask or the shape of the face or anything like that?
Oh, no.
Joe, you had a question?
Joe.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Derek.
Deckard, would you have any recollection of a creature with a mask like that?
Would I?
I would
mean,
say
what-
that's too broad, too nondescript for you to go. Because, I mean, you're talking about a creature with a clay mask over its face.
Right.
It's like
Kabuki
black.
mask?
Do what?
A kabuki mask?
Yeah, one of the Japanese
Kabuki mask.
kabuki
Yeah,
masks.
that's what it is.
I mean, it's, from what I can make out, it was black. It was about 6 or 7 feet tall, and it was wearing a mask.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would help me.
Okay.
So,
Do you recall any like smells or anything, or is that something
No.
that's even possible for you?
No.
No.
So, yeah.
And it was a fox, you said?
Well, I had a mask that looked like a fox. I don't know what he said.
Did you ask him what he says?
yeah.
What does the fox
Yeah.
say?
I mean, he
Something
may
about
have been
ring-a-ding-ding.
saying something like ring a ding ding ding.
When we left the bar, did we stop and did we those people that were on the wall? I know we paid attention. Did we notice any of those on our way out while we walked to the home? Okay.
I didn't.
So
I just know, like, because technically we're there and now we're, you know what I mean? I'm just making sure there
I'm
wasn't
wondering
any...
if it's like a kind of like we're gonna encounter somebody who is portraying to be somebody that they're not.
it's possible, yeah. Or I don't know if they're related to this cult
She's
or
deep.
group.
Even with having
Yeah.
a muffled head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, so I'm awake to hear this
Yeah.
before I.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
that-
whenever you decide to go out, you can.
Okay. So after you do this, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna need some time. I'm gonna do my own research,
Okay.
and so I'll roll out my yoga mat, and I'll sit down on my yoga mat.
Oh, you know how this is. You read how this works.
I know.
You
So-
get your chalk out and you start drawing
Yeah.
circles and everything, and
So
then it lights up.
I've got a. You'll see me. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but I will start drawing symbology on the floor, and then I'm going to end up sitting in the floor, and then as I'm sitting there, those symbols will start to glow
Okay.
with light.
When you pull out the chalk, you see Balthram just like get up and kind of like start moving stuff out of your way
Because
because
it
he
can't-
knows
it-
how much distance
So
you
I mean,
need.
I'm going to be over here, and I'm going to take. It'll end up taking most of this space for me to.
You're
So
dragging
basically
beds to make it.
move
to where he has enough
to
room,
make my
Joe.
ritual circle, basically.
Can you learn things fairly quickly? Mm-hmm. Okay. Like, what would
I have a
you
very
need
high-
to
I have a
learn
high
something?
retention.
Like, say you need to learn a language.
You say
I
Morpheus,
wouldn't
need a new
necessarily. No, it's not. That's not how it works. I have the ability to do research on languages,
Okay.
right? Like I could. More like. It's more like an ability to translate a message,
What if I was...
as opposed to learn a language in a traditional manner. Like
Okay.
I don't know more languages a whole lot easier necessarily than another person, but I have access
to translate.
to translations and knowledge and stuff that normal people would not have access to.
What if I was able to give you access to a language you probably wouldn't learn? Like, give you some manuscripts or some writings in that language. Could you use that then to learn some of the language?
Well, again,
Like Druidic is what I'm getting at.
well, I'm not sure that I would actually learn your language. I might
Like
be
the
able to
writings.
interpret your writings.
That's right. That's what I'm kind of getting at.
Could I become? Oh yeah. Could I become literate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that. That would
That's
make
kinda what
more
I'm-
sense. As I'm
Right.
I'm trying to not put too much on his
Right,
shoulders. I'm
right.
just saying, as I understand the other stuff that I have
Right.
access to,
Right.
it is more likely that I would be able to accurately comprehend your writings
Okay.
as opposed to know the language,
Okay.
speak it, unless we find some
Okay.
book of learning Druidic,
Okay. Right.
study 2 hours a day for 3 weeks.
Right.
Unless we find something like that,
Right.
probably not. But could I learn or figure out how to translate the written language into something? Yeah.
I feel like that would be valuable. So I definitely want to give you some of my writings in Druidic so that you can...
And are you going to then also give me the translations so that I can
right.
start building my translation?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
And when are you giving me this?
Before you... Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so
Yeah.
That we already did ours. It can't change.
no, I'm just no. This is what I'm meaning.
While you guys are doing that, I'm just gonna look at you and be like, I've got first watch, and I'm gonna
Because I feel
right
like
outside the door, and I'm gonna go down and talk to the innkeeper.
having someone else that's knowledgeable about something that may, help.
That's what I'm meaning. That's the one difference. It's not uber material. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it
No.
doesn't materially change anything we're
No.
talking about. I'm just saying that's an additional thing.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll just say I'm going to go do research now.
Mm.
I'm going to go into research mode in my circle, and if the fit hits the proverbial shan, you need to wake me up.
Okay. Yeah.
And you kind of
Balthram knows.
Balthram knows how to wake me up.
He's like,
All right.
I
You know how it goes.
pimp hand strong
Yeah,
whenever
he
I
knows.
need him.
He's got the slap like.
Yeah.
He just walks over to Decker and he's like, "Oh, I hope we get into some
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I hope
He's
we
like,
get
I'm
into some
waiting
stuff."
to
give you-
Just like
give you that
crouching over him,
Um,
like someone
I'm
busting.
like looking forward to slapping him.
Yeah.
so a number of hours later.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking like.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah,
Like
so you're
overnight
sitting down and now.
passes.
Okay.
So if you're gonna
Like,
go talk to him,
So
her-
the other thing
Yeah,
is, did
you-
we ever run into Gemna at the bar?
no, because it'll be happening tomorrow.
Okay, that's because I know you said kind of, and then you said no.
Yeah, I said no.
wasn't
We're
sure.
gonna let this happen. So that's why it's being pushed back.
Okay,
today.
that's fine.
Because I said, oh, we can do it tonight, and I was like, no, let's do some RP.
Yeah, there's some other investigators.
Yeah, there's stuff we started playing with that
Yeah,
changed
it just
so.
makes it more fun from a
Yeah,
role point.
so I'm going to start
Roleplay.
my research, and then my research will take 8 hours.
Yeah.
So you all now can do your thing because I'm on.
Before I leave the
Totally.
room, I want to go to the windows and I'm just gonna double check they're locked.
Okay, yeah,
Just-
you can
I'm
go lock
just
them because
kind of
you
locking-
got 2 windows in that place.
I'm just gonna go and just carefully lock them, and I'm gonna pull the shades over
Mm.
each of them.
Okay. What are you ever gonna do with your banner?
I'm going to.
Because you've been walking around with
I
your
have.
banner this whole time.
Yeah.
You've been in the bar, just hanging out, holding your banner,
We're
saying,
here.
"Hey, order the gauntlets here."
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll it up and stick
You
it
can't
into
just
the
miss
basket.
You can't. Like the
Okay.
only way you can get rid of it out of your
gotta
hand
plant
is
it.
by putting it in the ground.
And you're
And
up in a
using a
room right
command
now.
word.
Yeah.
Like that's how the spell works. It is you summon a banner, and then you thrust it into the ground and say a command word.
Yeah.
Unless you do thrust it into the ground and say a command word.
You're just,
Just stays
walking
here.
around.
You're just walking around with the banner.
That's so great.
She's like, that's stupid.
I can't even remember what spell it is. The
It
app
does. It does the.
Smash it in the ground and say shield to give everyone +1 AC.
is. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Okay.
Perfect.
How long does it last?
minute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if it was like
It's
12
like-
hours.
You're like
Yeah.
woke up out of your
Yeah,
trance.
like,
You're like, I'm shielded.
I
What?
feel stronger.
Yeah.
No, it's for a minute.
Okay. Yeah. We have a banner.
Order
in
of the
room.
Gauntlet.
Yeah.
There.
Wham pow, everyone feels imbued with
Because I said,
1 AC per
damn
minute.
it.
What are you doing, Joe?
He's scratching his nose.
No, he like kept going closer to the screen.
Oh, he's
If I click out of the Discord, like I have my dice tower's in the way of the door, so I have to like look over my dice tower.
I was wondering. I was like, what do you do? That's funny.
So as I go out the door, I'm gonna
Yeah.
shut the door behind me and just keep it shut. I'm gonna look down the hall. Do I see anybody coming or walking down the hall? Do I hear anything in the hall? Okay. I'm gonna go downstairs as well and
throw a
talk to the
fireball
innkeeper.
just to be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the innkeeper if she knows anything about the people who have been kicked out of the tavern.
Mm,
And I'm just gonna kind of briefly describe. Hey, these are the pictures. This is what they looked like. This is
she's like, yeah, I've seen them. None of them have really stayed here. I mean, since it's kind of an uppity place, like they don't usually stay here.
do they have a spot where they typically stay, or do you know anything about that group?
I run the tavern. I mean, I run the inn. Like this is usually where I'm at.
And when we say in, we are.
I think it's on the other one somewhere. It's in there somewhere. Yeah, it's at the bottom on your thumb.
I mean,
We're here.
Harbor
Jim
Hotel.
staying in
So
the
she
room
runs the hotel.
Yes,
I was
she runs
gonna-
the hotel.
next door.
Okay. As opposed
She's
to the
down the
Ganfarian.
hallway. I was gonna have him ask, like, when you go down, like, can you ask the innkeeper to see if she's in her room?
Oh, okay.
Just out of curiosity.
So yeah, so no, I'm asking about those guys,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna mention. Are you here all night?
I'm always running this place. Yeah.
When do you
never-
sleep,
never
or do you have
sleeps.
somebody
Yeah.
else that
She's
helps
just got a continual
monitor
supply
this
of
area?
coffee.
She's like, I usually just take naps, and yes, I have someone else. There's someone else that runs the place during the night. Yes.
With those people that I mentioned, or would you mind keeping an eye out for them? We're curious about them, and then if
Okay.
if anybody comes
I mean,
in this evening.
those pictures are old. They've never been in town for months.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the
Yeah,
barkeeper said.
Usually when people go up on the board at the tavern, they're kicked out of the town. Like, no one does business with them, so they have no reason to be in town.
Oh, okay. We just understood it was mischief, and I was just making sure that it wasn't anything.
Yeah, that's
be concerned of.
basically our. I consider it the town hall meeting place. So if you need information, you go there, and it's on the board.
Okay. Also, I know we were looking for Gemna earlier. Part of our group. You what?
Rogus.
Oh, Rogus. Sorry, I didn't.
Did I get that name?
I don't.
You would?
I think you'd say Gymna.
Oh, wait, are we using
Yeah.
the name Gymna instead of Rogus? Or either
What
one?
What would you have told me?
Well,
Why
What would
we-
you? Which one would you have
I
told
don't-
me?
I think the innkeeper knew her as Rogish.
Are we wanting to...
But he wouldn't have known that name necessarily.
What, Rogus or Gymna?
Rogus.
Rogus, you all know.
Yeah.
Gemna's what she knows.
Gymna's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, we would
she
know
knows.
because we talked
The
about it.
innkeeper would not
Was-
know her as
Was
Gymna.
he there during the conversation when you told them that her thing was Gymna?
I think.
Or was
I
he,
I
had
did
already-
he
I had-
stumble in?
I think
Ooh,
he
I don't know if I was
stumbled
in the-
I think you were
afterwards.
there actually. It was just
I
after.
can't remember.
6 and 1/2 dozen the other.
Yeah.
We'll say you were there. So yes,
Either way,
you
I
know
would
that-
say Rogus. Sorry, I didn't. I
Yeah,
forgot
Yeah,
about
you're
that.
okay.
That's fine. And she's like, no, she'll be in tomorrow.
Oh,
I mean, that's usually her check-in when she comes in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. I don't sleep a lot at night. Do you need help with anything around here?
I usually have someone watch here for me, and they usually do all the cleaning and stuff. So,
Okay.
so I mean,
Yeah, I wouldn't be interested in cleaning.
Yeah, I mean,
My guy's idea for that is to be useful and find information in files when they're not awake. If they had anything like that.
Right,
You know
no,
what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'd be, like, asking that.
yeah,
not
no,
to help
she
clean.
runs an inn. She's like, you can sweep up around the inn if you'd like, but I pay employees for that, not have my customers.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. And I'll just go back upstairs. And, I'll go back up and open the door, just check on the group, and then I'll tell her that, hey, Rogus still isn't back yet. I'll stay on first watch. Let me know if you guys need me, and then I'm gonna shut the door and I'll just wait outside again.
Okay.
All right.
Hi. Okay. You're gonna read that information, and then I'm gonna decide to go down the hallway.
Okay.
And knock on Rogus's door.
Okay.
And then
Nothing.
okay, I'll try and open the door.
It's locked.
Okay. And then let me see what I have. I don't.
Which
I don't have
room was
enough
she
room.
staying in? I'm trying to, place it.
Third one on the left.
Okay. Over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we are over here? In this room?
How are you?
Text me when this is done.
Okay. Why?
You know-
Oh yeah.
You know exactly why I'm
I know. That's why I saw you cover your ears, and I'm like, that's not gonna do you any good.
May I wander down the hall to her?
You guys are free to do whatever you want.
I'm gonna be like, Lady Arwen, she wasn't here. Do you need in there?
I'm just curious to know if her door was open.
I'm
Okay. I'm gonna turn back and go back to my room.
Okay.
I want to wander down the hall and
Yeah, or
see. Yeah.
you're gonna be asleep soon because you
Yeah.
need 8 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just so you know.
Right. But with this going on before kind of everything goes on, I want to check in with them and see if she's there, or what's going on.
Well, I mean, he said that she wasn't in. You
Oh,
already know.
right. Oh, so he really relayed
I
that
came
back
up and
to-
relayed that
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
Okay.
he came up and relayed,
Okay.
she's not in. She'll be in tomorrow.
Did you hear any? Oh, okay.
And so we're in the hallway walking back basically
I
as you're
gotcha.
coming out.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. You're probably like, oh, she's
Back
not
in.
here. And
Right,
then you're
okay.
like tucking into bed when she
Oh,
goes
okay.
to check.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
I'm also going to put my hood up as I'm standing outside the room.
Okay.
Cool.
When I was at the door, did I hear anything? Any movement? Anything? Okay.
I mean, you can give me a perception check, but you're going to get a no.
All right.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Caw, Dave!
Oh, you got your CPIs. Oh, the CPI powers.
Yep. That's so funny. I love how, you know what I mean?
I was like, I think I need to leave.
Yeah, you're asleep. Okay, so then everybody else goes and switches places. Good job. We're awake now.
Which is
So we already
Yeah.
did all our
Oh.
rounds. And
Yeah, you guys did your...
It's just the next round. It's
okay.
just the next morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
So everybody can long rest. In case you were,
Yeah, boy.
in case you were missing anything.
Did you
in
say
case we-
level up? I know.
No, it's the cost of a long rest. Like you still get long rest.
I get a short rest.
While
Really? That's not how I wrote it. I mean, we'll go with short rest. That works for me.
while Derek was sleeping,
No, it takes a long rest, but I only get the benefits of a short
Oh,
rest.
is that how I did it? Okay.
during his 8 hours,
Mm-hmm.
I want to disguise kit paint a bunny face on him.
Okay. Go for
I
it.
don't know how good this is.
Whoa!
You make him
Can
get
I-
off the bed.
This is just while you're sleeping. Like
Yeah,
you're just
okay.
sleeping and you just
Okay.
what is it? Is that a performance? Or how does that work? You've used that stuff before. With disguise kit?
Yeah, you don't. Do you have a disguise?
I do.
Then it'll be deception,
Usually it's just
and Lady Arwen's also up with you, just so you know, because you both only sleep 4 hours.
Okay, good. So she sees me pull out this little, and I'm kind of working on it. I'm like, I got a 2. So it's like,
Awesome.
So basically, he has really high eyebrows.
Yeah.
Instead of rabbit ears, he just has like he's
No,
really.
He just
high
pulls out
eyebrows.
those Easter bunny ears and just places
Yeah.
them on. So he's got the band with the
A
bunny,
Yeah.
plastic band, like a little wire band with
with bunny ears.
and I'm
made
just
of
alright.
pipe cleaners.
Yeah.
Little pipe cleaner bunny
Yeah,
and I'm
ears.
just gonna tell Lady Arwen,
Yeah.
and I'll go
gosh.
take my nap.
All right. All right. So we wake up.
All right.
All right. Your turn.
Good morning, young ones. Quite a bit of information. It's, but most of it is not particularly interesting.
Yeah. I'm like sitting there
Do
with
tell.
you.
I knew what you did, so I'm like, what did you learn? What's new?
Well, I was curious about this Fezia. And
The crater?
Mm-hmm.
The wizard.
the wizard.
Oh,
The
Fezia.
Fezia.
Not Fizzier.
Fezzior. Yeah.
Fezia.
Okay.
Fuzzy. As
Fuzzy
we like
crater.
to change people's
Yeah.
Fuzzy.
names.
Basically, so I'm not a speaking character because I just want to be able to read this. This guy is, before he died, this guy is he's a bigger, badder wizard than we probably have a good descriptor for.
Okay.
Like in the levels world,
Uh-huh.
this guy's like a 18.
Oh.
Mm.
Right.
Like bad as in evil or bad as in
No,
like
like
just
just in like
okay.
like in badass.
Okay,
like,
okay, yeah.
Like accomplished,
Okay.
very capable.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't have a record. I couldn't do I didn't find out what happened to him other than I can confirm independently that he died.
Right.
He is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
But I can confirm that his ability to weave magic is really powerful. So it's not shocking that if he was working on something and it went sideways, that it would have this cataclysmic effect. Like that
Right.
is okay. I can see that.
Right.
Like a shattering
Right.
type.
That makes more sense of
At
why.
his capability,
Yeah.
what the stuff that he would be working on, if it went sideways all of a sudden, it's not shocking that the world could have these,
Impact,
big
yeah.
impact and take him with it.
Do you think it was something that was nefarious, like that he may have been working on?
I don't
Okay.
have, because I can't say what he was working on. I don't know
Okay,
what it was.
okay.
What I'm saying is he was a highly skilled, highly capable wizard,
Right.
right?
Doing something that big could result in
and
islands
so
breaking.
with-
I mean, that's
But I also can confirm that he is
He's
dead.
dead.
This is not a made-up thing.
Okay.
He didn't. This is not an intentional spell that was done as a lie to stay alive. And
Right.
I'm faking my own death. No, whatever this was, he's gone.
Do you think it's related to the group and like that we're investigating here?
I don't have that information yet.
Okay.
And about 200 yards north of our position, yes.
Okay, I didn't know if you kept that to convince them
Well-
or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Well, let me say this. I'm going to say the answer no.
Okay.
But let me text this back. There is something to the north that someone has tried to hide or obscure from the public.
Okay.
So there's an entrance to something in the ground about 200 yards north of here.
So you would have known what I told you already, right?
I would have known that with
Right,
this
because I told you that.
bunny rabbit ear
The
thing.
the door was to a cave. I forgot to mention that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't speak to whether or not what I have determined is related to your. I don't know that. I can't say that what I found is in response to what you have seen.
Right. I
just know that this, as I reached out,
Right.
I found this entrance that someone is trying to cover up.
It's interesting that
who's trying to do that, I can't speak to. I didn't see anyone or have any, understanding of a particular people group. I just know that that is there.
It's interesting that you mentioned that because maybe the person that I saw or the entity that I saw was the person that was trying to cover it up.
It's possible.
And
I mean,
that,
anything's possible.
yeah.
Or it could be
The reason I say
a warning for us.
well, the reason I say that is if they're wearing a mask, obviously they're trying to hide something.
So many red herrings. I love it. Just kidding.
So
You guys, I love how you guys process stuff.
yeah.
I mean, it's,
So I'm wondering.
what I'm saying is, as Deckard, speaking as I have no correlation that with my research that this is related. It supposedly could be related. But I have to sit squarely on the fence. It could be related or it could not be related. It is of no matter. I'm reporting a fact. There is a hole in the ground that is being obscured by some person or attempted.
Going south.
Sorry,
That was great.
sorry, I did a little Colonel Sanders there.
There's some fried chicken in that hole.
Look at that hole.
Come on down. We'll give you a $5 bucket of that nasty mashed potato and meat bowl.
Out of curiosity, with my recollection, would I have seen any in the market, any stalls that sold masks or anything that were similar to
That's interesting.
what I may have seen?
Not with the people that were there and the shops that were there.
Okay.
But with his knowledge of revealing that there's something to the north, that is where we will end our session. And we will pick up next week.
Okay.
All right.
Because
This is morning time in this.
this morning happened and he discussed it.
I woke up. This is before we go downtown and eat cold Pop-Tarts.
Okay.
This is as everybody's waking up and putting their boots on. Because that's when I would wake up naturally.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
come out. I mean, I've been in the glowing circle trance all night.
You should just tell him that.
Okay. Well, I'll just right now I'm gonna, and then you'll see my mouse scrape from under our entry door and coming up into the room to me.
Nice.
You
You can let
said
him run
50
around.
feet to the
Okay,
north.
cool.
Yeah, I
Of
let him
us?
run around last night.
You said 50 feet to the north of us?
No, about
So that's
it
all
would
you. That's
be
not
like
I don't
300
speak
like
mouse.
Right,
300 feet.
It's
Okay.
Because I
Would
let
he-
him.
it's
I let
like
him.
out
Would he
in
have
the
gone
field,
in any of the rooms?
like over the hill and through the
Okay.
Like
woods. I
that's
mean, it's
like
Okay.
my mouse.
It's like
I let him help
like almost
me.
200 yards,
You know,
like
like,
150
Observant
yards away.
area.
Yeah.
I guess it's,
I mean, it's
He
a
would have to know
long
his
way
surroundings
out there.
because it's kind of like being on the ship or anything. I let him loose and bring him back.
So-
And I give him
Right.
his, so that's kind of what that is.
So we will pick up next week with discussing the rat.
Yeah.
It's a mouse.
Whatever you guys depends if it's inside or outside, and what you guys wish to do. I am super excited.
I am too.
The plot thickens. Stream. Thank you for everyone who showed up and stayed.
Yes.
YouTube.
Yep. I'll be doing the download.
Whatever.
I'll do the downloady thing and
If there's people who watch it, cool.
do the
If not,
click upload
I hope you guys find
thing
it
to
entertaining.
YouTube. Yep.
thank you guys for joining us.
Yep. See you
Bye.
later.
See
ya. Now
Bye.
just click to go back to the intro.
Intro?
Mm-hmm.